We're live.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good, bad. I'm the guy with the mic.
Howdy, howdy, howdy.
There we go.
Welcome to another edition of the Padded Cell. I'm Raz, and I like turtles. Over here we have Jenny, Saint Friday, joining us. We've got Jody. We've got Zevin, a.k.a. John, down there, and we've got Amina down there somewhere in the corner. And as usual, this is a show about absolutely fucking nothing, because why not? So how's everybody doing today? What's going on in the world?
Well, you can see it. It's boring where I'm at.
We got you at work. We got Amina at work.
I just got out of class.
Yeah. I should probably be doing something, but I'm doing this right now.
Well,
And I'm
you are
okay
the
with that.
purveyor of bullshit.
I am. That's what I do for a living.
I am breathing and I have accomplished stuff, and the kids need to be re-put down back to sleep at some point tonight. So we will feel better in the morning.
Down. That's a whole other conversation.
Not
Tonight's
put down,
topic
but
is
lay down in
euthanasia.
bed.
Tonight's topic is childhood euthanasia.
Not that plan.
I should have been involved in that.
I mean, you are. You're part of the conversation right now.
No, I mean childhood euthanasia itself. I tried, but I just kept failing.
Yeah. You know, I once owned a business called was it Baby Punchers Incorporated? We actually punch babies, though. Just young children who wouldn't listen to their parents could pay us to just walk up to their house and just a quick pop, and then we just leave. And then their parents for the rest of their lives can be like, remember that one time that guy showed up and punched you? Do you want it to happen again? It was a one and done business model, but I mean, a lot of parents were surprisingly interested.
Wow.
Just wow.
Which you guys will notice we are going to have a Legends by Night tonight, but we had some call-offs and some confusions. There's some sick folks, and so we rolled with the punches and brought back our other favorite show. What's up, man? How you doing
Oh,
tonight,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I have no idea.
Work.
But anyway,
Yep. It's the Padded Cell, man. Anything can happen live.
it is cold season. Please make sure you're washing your hands and trying
Covering
to
your
stay
mouth.
to yourselves. Yes, please cover your mouth. And for those parents who do have sick kids, I feel you. I know how you feel, and may God smile upon you, or whichever deity you believe in. May Cthulhu smile upon you as well. And
Yes.
you all get through this.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. It's a tough time of year, especially so many cons. A lot of us that are con goers, you know, we've been getting the con crud on top of all this shit. It's not fun.
No.
The con
Well,
crud,
and at the
the skull
cons,
crud.
there's thousands of people. You never know.
Yeah, I have one on May 4th. Final Boss Con, actually, where it's my first official convention actually sitting down and selling my books at a booth. really excited about it, but like I know I'm gonna come back that next week, the weekend after, and just be dead. But it's just a 1-day con, so it's not as bad.
Is that there in Ohio?
Yeah, right on the border of West Virginia and Ohio, actually.
Oh, nice.
We'll be doing some fun coverage for that.
Are you hiding in a closet, Sven? 7?
No.
Okay, so you're hiding in a stairwell. That makes more sense.
He's in a hallway with stairs. We're just waiting for Michael Myers or somebody to show.
Oh, I just haven't put on the mask yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I wish I was hiding in a closet right now. Please.
Oh, I've been out the closet for a while.
And there he goes.
And I love it.
That's the
I
door
went
to
back
his
and-
own personal padded cell, I think.
Probably.
I'm hiding in a closet.
Literally.
Shit, man. Today is one of those days, where I want to quote Limp Bizkit lyrics, but I also don't want to quote Limp Bizkit lyrics. I just want to go to Sunoco and wait for Fred Durst to show up. That's all.
Oh.
Sounds like a plan.
Have you guys ever heard of that meme? I mean, I know for a fact John has, because we live where the meme's from. This was years ago when it was really big for bands to really play weird pop-up style shows out of nowhere. And there was this huge rumor that Limp Bizkit was going to play a gas station in Dayton, Ohio. It was Sunoco.
Please mind you, this was like a block from my house.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it was like
Yeah.
a 3-minute drive from where I was living at the time. And enough idiots actually believed it that the gas station was swarmed by hundreds of people who ended up damn near rioting when Fred Durst didn't show up.
Oh,
I
Yep.
remember
That
this.
is a
I
is a
remember
legitimate thing that happened. I can vouch for that. I personally witnessed the crowd because I was trying to go to that Sunoco to get something to drink, and they were
Yeah.
packed.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I
a
just
friend
went
of
to the
mine
Family
was
Dollar
actually-
around the corner.
Was working there that day and called me to come down just so I could see it to believe it for myself. And I drove up. I looked at it. I took some pictures. I laughed really fucking hard, and I left. I didn't even try to go in. But that meme still gets
For the
passed. It just
record,
started getting
he came home and he started telling everybody, "You are not going to believe what I went and did today."
yeah.
He was like, "These
It was.
people actually thought Fred Durst was going to show up." He's like, "I have a picture."
It was fucking epic. But that meme still circulates once in a while, and then still once in a while you'll get a couple small groups of people still showing up to that Sunoco every time the meme makes its way around again.
oh, wow.
It's the weirdest fucking thing.
Every time.
Yeah. I think we need to start the rumor again, but say that he's going to show up at Hell's Dungeon instead. And just,
I mean,
schedule
it'd
for
be
the
more.
Euro-
It would be more likely.
Yeah. Hey, Fred Durst isn't here, but you got some tickets to Haunt. Here you go, half price. You do it in September when nights are a little slower.
Wait, you could always advertise Kurt Cobain's ghost is going to be there.
No, that would hurt my heart too much to say out loud.
True. I loved him. I was obsessed with him.
If we say something, Fred Durst might actually show up.
And
Not to perform.
Yeah, that was. We did get CM Punk came through year one of the Haunt actually and donated money to a charity we had going on. And that was,
Really?
yeah, it was during COVID. He wasn't really doing anything. He everybody was practicing proper COVID procedures. It was a nightmare,
Yeah.
but we made it work. And him and his wife came through on this little kind of like thing. They were kind of going different places and checking out different stuff. It was super cool. But you never
That is
know.
epic.
You never know what could happen.
I can say that for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm super excited about the haunt season this year, man. It's number 30 for me. We got such a fucking great crew over there at the Haunt. Like it's so many Haunt friends that come and join us all the time, man. It's going to be a big blowout, and I'm going to be more Beetlejuicy than ever because we're actually doing teeth mold, so I get the teeth right and everything now. Because we when the day the new trailer dropped, a bunch of us in management, we had put up some of us had put up a side-by-side of how I normally look in the Beetlejuice costume and with the makeup on and how he looks in it now for the new movie. And we were like, Holy shit, that's really fucking close. You have to do that more this year. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm not even going to be acting most nights, but I'll still be in costume, jumping out and fucking with people, then going back and doing my job.
So that's the
Sophia
rad
has a
equivalent of
request.
the North Carolina here, hold my beer.
You never know.
Sophia has a tiny little request when you're in costume. Couple second video. Hey Sophia, how you're doing?
I can do another one of those. It's fun. It's a lot of
You're
fun.
her beetle, guys.
Yeah. Well, no, because then people get on radios and say my name 3 times. They expect me to pop up in their fucking room every time I put the costume on, and that is exhausting.
Yeah.
Whereas I just text you and everything works out fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's
And
just
then
a text away.
See, at the haunt, you never know when I'm hiding around a corner or hiding somewhere people don't see me, just to kind of watch things. I mean, John always knows because I've shown him everything in the freak show. He knows it as well as I do. That whole area over there, so he knows when I'm there automatically. And he's the only one in that entire side of the haunt will actually ever know when I'm nearby. So he'll be able to do the whole say it 3 times, and I will legit pop up, and he'll be the only one that knows I'm there.
I'll just show up and randomly start shouting Beetlejuice.
I'll hear you somewhere, trust me. There's enough radios nearby in that building. Sound travels in weird ways, and when you have to check on everything at once, you know where to stand to hear things from all the directions.
Oh, that's cool.
And it's going to be even easier this year because we're going to have even more cut-throughs than we had before and stuff. So,
Dude, they used to get in the freak show. They used to get little weirded out by how I would know where that people were coming, like 10, 15 minutes before they came, and it's like, y'all, I can see the shadows on the ceilings.
Yep.
I can hear the footsteps. Like, y'all just ain't paying attention.
Right.
There's a reason why I turned the stage sideways before I handed everything over to you. When it was facing that wall, everything would hit and reflect right in that corner next to the doorway to nowhere.
Oh yeah, you
it
can't
would
hear
come
where
right at
anything's
you.
at.
I mean,
And you can't tell anything.
You can hear everything, but that's the problem. Because you can hear everything,
Yeah.
it just becomes one sound that you got to pick things out. So I stood there one day while we were operating. I kind of stood to this side a little bit further down where the stage ended up going, and I'm like, okay, now not only can I hear everything, I can hear them individually, so I can actually tell what prop is going off, what got missed, what's happening where. And if on some nights you can hear all the way up into Main Street when the door opens, so it makes it even easier.
Wow.
Yeah, we are adding on to the hunt a little bit this year. Not a lot. We are adding a little bit onto it, so that's always exciting. No more queue line. It's gone. You don't have to stand in lines to get in. You just come and do like a digital thing or get a restaurant beeper that tells you when it's your turn to start and go inside. That's new.
Cool.
Yeah. We have Dungeon Darts opening, which is a Nerf arena where our queue line used to be. An outside company, Dungeon Darts, is going to come in and use that whole space to do that out on off season as well. And we're building a
I was
vendor room.
excited for like half a second, and then you said Nerf gun, and I was like, damn it.
Well, yeah, Dungeon Darts. It's like an extreme Nerf arena.
I also find it really amusing that they're called Dungeon Darts and we're Hell's Dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Like
almost
a lot
as
of
if
people.
the same guy owns both companies.
Well, you said dart, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to drive to Ohio, and then you said Nerf gun, and I said, never mind.
No, we have a big dart like thing here. Like darts are huge here in a lot of different places.
I'm aware. Supposedly this fall, I'm supposed to go to 2 of the bullshooter qualifiers. So Myrtle Beach is a given. It's an hour away.
Yeah.
But the other one, I have to make a decision. So I either get to go to Pennsylvania or Ohio.
We're in Ohio, though.
So, they're saying this year it's probably going to be Cleveland.
Okay, about 3.5 hour drive.
Yeah, so but it's not set in stone yet because the national and the world take place every May in Chicago. So I'm supposed to go to 2 qualifiers this year. I just got to decide where the second one's going to be. Myrtle Beach is easy because it's only like an hour and a half from me. That I can do. But everything else is on the eastern seaboard because we know sure as shit I ain't getting on a plane to go to Vegas
Yeah.
or Texas. That ain't happening. So there's one in New York, there's one in PA, there's one in Ohio, and there's one in Florida. The problem with Florida is it always is in like September, and that's a real hard time for me to get off work.
Yeah.
Because it's back to school time.
Yeah.
So that one's kind of out. New York typically happens the beginning of October, and that's when I have my state dart matches for the season.
When's
So
Cleveland
yeah,
usually?
Cleveland is usually about 2 weeks after Myrtle Beach.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it would actually be right around the boy's birthday.
Okay.
And he's wanting to go with me when I go to my qualifiers because I've got him playing now.
Yeah.
So he's like, so when we go, what we doing? Because he uses it as an excuse to, oh, we don't have a restaurant like this at home. Let's go here. So yeah, I got to figure out which one I'm going to. Sadly, they're not going to have like solidified date until after the finals championship in May this year.
Okay.
So I have to wait for the weekend. I want to say it's the 25th to the 27th is the bullshooter final. And typically about 2 weeks after that, they start releasing the date for the next qualifiers.
Okay.
So
we're
yeah.
talking about Cleveland, so I'm gonna play you a couple tourism videos from Cleveland that I really enjoy, and I feel like this is gonna give you a good vibe on what to expect from Cleveland. Okay. Can you guys see my screen? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Here's the first one.
What if you could do SEO smarter and faster? With Wix, you can edit your meta tag.
There we go.
Fun times in Cleveland today. Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Come and look at both of our buildings. Buy some food that's prepared near the street. Who knows, you might even see this guy. You should come on down to West 6th Street. It's the perfect place if you're a douchebag. Watch the poor people all wait for buses. Who the fuck still uses a payphone? Here's the place where there used to be industry. This train is carrying jobs out of
So
Cleveland.
avoid 6th Street. Got it.
Nation and drifters. Here's a statue of Moses Cleveland. He's the guy who invented Cleveland. Yeah!
And then there's this other video that actually is my favorite of the two. Believe it or not.
Fun times in Cleveland again. Still Cleveland. Come on down to Cleveland town, everyone. Under construction since 1868. See our river that catches on fire. It's so polluted that all our fish have AIDS. We see the sun almost 3 times a year. This guy has at least 2 DUIs. The flats look like a Scooby-Doo ghost town. Don't slow down in East Cleveland or you'll die. Our economy's based on LeBron James. Buy a house for the price of a VCR. Our main export is crippling depression. We're so retarded that we think this is art. It could be worse though, at least we're not Detroit. We're not Detroit.
And that's what you need to know about Cleveland.
So don't drink the water.
But
I get
also,
it. Don't drink the water.
But at least
and don't go to
bright,
6th Street.
there's a bright side to this, though. The bright side is that the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is also there, and it is actually really amazing. Hey, Jess.
That is one of the things that I want to do. But again, it's going to depend because I you guys know I kind of go radio silent when I go to Bullshooter that weekend, and it's because it is so packed. Like for me, I don't have a choice. I have to work Monday through Thursday, and then Friday I get up. I typically close Thursday night. I get up at like 10 a.m., pack up, head down, check in, and then I have to go find the hall wherever they're doing the competition to sign up for the first round of matches, all the matches start at 6 o'clock Friday night. So
Right.
you got to sign up, and then you have to warm up because you're in a completely different environment. Everything's different. You got to warm up, get ready. First match starts at 6 o'clock, and then the next round of matches starts at 9. And last year, what happened is I was still in the 6 o'clock competition when the 9 o'clock competition started. So I was literally throwing one game one way and then walking across the room to a different board to throw a completely different game
Damn,
for the
dude.
second competition. And
Well, I
and
mean-
Saturday is just as bad.
Well, here's the real question here: do you have VCR money? If you have enough money to buy a VCR, apparently you can just buy a house while you're there. It's
Right?
travel money.
But the other part of that, I'm going to tell you, the other part of that is, like, I don't know that people up north are ready for us southern women that play darts. I really don't think they are.
We'll get over it.
Oh, honey. There's a whole culture up here. Like, go down to Florida and ask about Ohioans.
Yep.
There's a reason why I was so excited when I found out I was going to get to talk to people from Ohio, and one turned into my best friend.
We love our southern people in Ohio. We really do.
Oh yeah, well that's where like half of our culture is influenced from is the South.
Yep. Ohio's a really weird Midwestern state, man. It's super weird state where it's not anything like the other Midwestern states.
Well, we're not like any state.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got a little too excited. And I was trying to hit a button. I actually don't have to ask about Ohioans because we have some that come down to Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah, that's a big vacation spot, especially from people from like Great Pat and shit. Everybody wants to go to vacation at Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, and see, here's the thing about bullshooter. Bullshooter, a lot of people that do this, you know, they're actually professional dart players. They jump to every single one of these events. And there's a lot that come down from Ohio. And that's what's funny is because, like, they get so mad playing against me, especially the females. Oh my God, they're catty. Oh, they're so catty.
I mean, that's just how Ohio women are in general.
Let me tell you. So, okay, funny story. The first year I went, I'd only been playing darts about 6 months. And I was a very brand new player. I was still learning, you know, how all this went. And the guy that runs the league in Fayetteville was like, hey, you shoot well enough. You should go just to see what it's like. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So the Fayetteville Dart League actually paid for my room for me to go. And I went down there and I was like, well, I'll just check it out. You know, I'm not really expecting to compete. And these fuckers signed me up. And I was like, okay, great. So I don't know if you guys were aware, but like out of the top 50 female dart players on the North American continent, you guys have like 10 of them. Pennsylvania has 5, and then the rest are kind of spread out. You know, North Carolina, we really don't, up to this point, we haven't had any. And that first year, I signed up for the women's double event, which is 501 and cricket. And the first 2 rounds that I played, I knocked out the 4th ranked female in the nation who was coming out of Pennsylvania. In the second round, I knocked out the 10th ranked woman who came out of Ohio.
Damn, dude.
And I was a brand new fucking dart player. So the 2 years that I've been sent, these 2 bitches, the one from Pennsylvania, when she sees my name, withdraws from every event and goes home.
John, I think you might be in trouble, man. Jessica said, did you just call me?
Yes.
He did. So you're going to have to come in here and defend yourself. Turn your movie off, put your headset on, and come in here because you've been called out.
And the chick from Ohio, she is bound and determined that she is going to knock me down on my ass. So the second year we went, Raz, you know about this. I had been getting that sleeve tattoo on my arm worked on. When I went the first year, I only had like a quarter of it done. Like the outline was done and like the bottom color. So it was kind of sad. The second year when I went back, I had literally 2 days before Bull Shooter, I had the thing finished. So like my whole arm is swollen, but the ink looks pretty. And we get down there, and this chick, I pulled her third round in cricket. And she comes up, and there's this thing that a lot of dart players use. I don't use one because it just looks uncomfortable. But it's called an arm sleeve, and they get it printed with all these like really wild colors and crap like that. And she walks over, and she takes her dart and pokes my arm, and she says, "You think just because you got a real colorful arm sleeve done that you're intimidating?" And I turned my head and looked at her, and I said, "It's not an arm sleeve."
Arm sleeves are extremely popular in haunts, by the way.
Yeah, she turned around and looked at me, and she realized it was actually a tattoo. And when she hit me with the dart, I didn't even flinch. And I looked at her and I said, "Don't do that again." And she goes, "Oh, it's fine." She goes, "But with your arm swollen like that, don't you think you should just sit out?" I was like, "Nah, I'm good." I was now mad. And then and she sat there and she went up, and the first thing she hit, she went for the bullseye first. And I'm like, "Oh, mistake." And she just thought she was cute. She got 2 bullseyes, which in cricket is And I was just like, "Oh, you didn't hit the center." She goes, "Oh, I'd like to see you do better." I said, "Okay." So swollen arm and all, I went up and I get trip 20, and a 19. And I said, "How's that?" When I smacked her ass out of cricket, she went and withdrew. And the next day, she refused to play.
That is epic.
so, it's kind of to a point, like, these when I say the northern people are not prepared for southern women, like, we'll let you be catty, but then we're going to be sarcastic and shit when we go, "Is that all right with you?" They're not ready. They're not ready, bro. And, like, I'm really looking forward to this year because last year when I went to Bull Shooter, I was only shooting like a 17 PPD and 01 all season. This year, I've been shooting like a 21.
Nice.
So
That is nice.
Let's go.
So, quick topic change. STD or Pokemon and STD are not related. One you should catch all of, one you should attempt to not catch any of. And I'm bringing this up because Jenny wanted to talk about it. Go ahead, Jenny. I just say random shit like this and pass it to Jenny all the time. This is just what we do on Pet.
Okay.
Not a real topic, but it's got to be now.
Well, I can make it into a real topic. Speaking of
let's go.
Pokemon and STDs, the reason you
Speaking
should
of
go for the
Pokemon.
nerd guy is odds are he doesn't have one because he's looking for the right one, the right partner to be with him that is going to enjoy the story of his games as much as he does and listen to you tell him about your books. And that's why you should get a partner that wants to catch all the Pokemon and not all the sex they can. STDs.
Yeah. Fair enough.
What-
So the
what
more
was
Pokemon
the-
they have, the less likely they are to have STDs, or the fewer they have. So that there
Wait,
you go,
wait.
ladies.
Raz, on
If you have
Futurama.
have more of one, you aren't going to have as many of the other.
Correct.
Raz, what was it they called it on Futurama when the guys were like fucking the AI bots and there was an STD that associated with
Robo-syphilis.
So can we honestly say that Pokemon are a form of robo-syphilis?
Yeah, I mean, they kind of are. And I mean, also, if you remember going even farther back, I mean, the Twisted Geekdom days where Jason and I would come up with all the crazy commercials. We had it was a foundation that was speaking out against supernatural based STDs because there were so many girls getting into Twilight, but they just didn't understand the dangers. and the STDs
Yeah.
that vampires and other supernatural beings could possess. And one of them, I think, was like Spectretitis B or something.
Yeah, Spectretitis B.
Yeah.
And there was another one. It was horrible. Was it No, it wasn't Ghosteria. It was something else.
It's hard to tell, man. Like, we're actually probably going to bring that commercial back for Alliant Radio. If I can, I found the script for it, so we're going to re-record it and do it again.
See, when I was in high school, we had one that we all made. It was called Herpagonosyphilates.
Yep, I know that one. Not to be outdone by Space Age, which everybody knows that Space Age is the worst of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but also, just side note, since we're talking about STDs, and I can now slide this in, and I promised him.
Slide this in? That's what she said.
Yeah,
That's how
I
this
can
all started
slide this in. So, my best friend Bobby, you guys, he's an attention whore. But he always said if I could find a way on a podcast to work this in, he wanted to hear it. So here you go. He came up with like the ultimate insult for someone that includes no cuss words. And I think of it because we said STDs. It is literally the phrase syphilitic gutter slut.
Yeah. I also like broken beaker from a test tube baby. That's a favorite one of mine.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm gonna use that one.
There was one my friend came up with it. It was no, never mind. That one's too bad. You guys know me enough to know that I will fucking say anything at any time, so it's got to be bad if I'm not going to say it during a live show. But I just
now allow me to tell you
before I said it out loud, and I was like, oh, nope, okay, I can't say that one.
Okay, so we all know how Raz is. My best friend Bobby is the same way with no filter. So imagine sitting down online with these guys to play Cards Against Humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
I've just came to the conclusion. Every Robert and Bobby has no filter.
Yeah, that's true.
That is fair. And my best friend is kind of over the top. Like, Raz has known me most of my life, and Bobby has been my best friend that whole time. Mm-hmm. So Raz has had more than his share of Bobby moments when he's been on the phone with me, when he's been on the internet with us. You know, and when we were doing Twisted Geekdom, I was doing like game streaming. Mm-hmm. And there are several videos where me and Bobby went into video games, and the amount of shit that came out of our mouth. Like, Raz is like, you two are horrible. He's like, you don't talk like this normally. Bobby's a bad influence. I'm like, yeah, I know, ain't it great?
It's usually how it is when you get with your best friend.
Yeah, this is true. Bobby's 14 and an ass. But we have a Robert and a Bobby at our haunt. So, and they are very both no.
Well, we might have a total of 3 if my roommate decides he wants to come work security.
Okay, we'll tell him I've decided for him and welcome to the team.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I happen to know when all our hiring dates are going to be now because I'll be at every one of them. Oh,
I love it when you give me random topics and I have to think of something on the spot. It's like the best thing ever, even though some of them are quite like, what?
I know we're past it, but it's kind of funny. Like, when you said that and the phrase "gotta catch 'em all" came in my head, it reminded me of a girl I went to school with. Trust me.
I think it reminds all of us of a girl we went to school with.
Was her name Jiffy? Because choosy dogs choose Jiff.
Yes, if you really need another Bobby.
It's amusing because this whole conversation has taken place, and I'm standing next to.
Perfect.
Yeah, the heart told me exactly where you were, and I'm like, ooh.
Well, and I had to be a smart ass. I said, "Did you catch them all?"
Yes, prophylactic, please.
That's why I rearranged the word partner. Because guys and girls all sometimes do that.
Mm.
I think I figured out like the perfect thing to be in the world to check all of someone's boxes in one go. You're a serial killer, right? Who's also a cannibal, who's also a necrophiliac.
Yeah,
You
let's
can
do
kill
it.
it, fucking eat it too.
And there you have it, folks.
It's the trifecta.
Yes. Can't argue with that one.
It's my next haunt character. I don't know how I'm gonna demonstrate these things, in a scene, but I'll do it with puppets. I've been wanting to use puppets in an act anyway.
Stick figures.
No, I'll get sock puppets. I'm really good at sock puppets at the haunt.
Okay.
It's kind of my thing. It'll be a brand new show. It'll be a pre-show before they go in. I'll just put a big cardboard refrigerator box out there and cut a flap in it and just do some sock puppets.
Right.
People think the chicken.
Yeah. Man. I kind of want to move to Cleveland.
Ooh, no, Brad, you get a TV, right? And you guys film an instructional show on how to prepare man. And you let that play.
I actually know how to do that.
Yeah, that's the easiest. Oh, yeah, I got a good idea. Do it.
The Geen method is actually pretty solid for the preparation of a human body and getting it ready. It's solid too. It's a really good method. Not that I know, from experience or anything that you know of, or that I've been charged for. Yeah, I do want to take a moment to talk about a project we have coming out, the Allight Menagerie. I know several of us are in this show alone have stories featured in it. It's an anthology series that we are doing with writers that are hosts and friends of the show. It's the first volume of it ever, and we're going to be donating a lot of the proceeds, actually all the proceeds, I believe, to charity. We're going to be announcing next week what that charity officially is going to be because we have a meeting set up for Thursday. So we're super fucking excited about this. It's our big. It's the craziest thing we've done since the 24-hour stream.
24-hour stream was epic, though.
Yeah.
That was fun.
I was tired, but it was good.
Jenny was my co-pilot on that one, man. I think we kicked some ass that night. We were the only ones that survived the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't I at Bull Shooter when you guys did that?
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I was busy. Sorry, bro.
We have crazier things coming out though, past Allight Menagerie. Honestly, a lot of crazy shit. We can't officially announce that we begin shooting the movie we've been talking about next year. We're going to take the rest this year to get all our ducks in a row, actually write a script for it, and get a lot of things planned out. We will also be doing some crowdfunding, so we'll make sure we advertise, so keep an eye out for that shit. But literally, we're going to get together and we're going to make a movie. We're also going to beat the world record box fort at some point. We're not saying when exactly because there's a lot of logistics that go into it, but these are things that we have decided that we're doing.
Yes.
And one thing that I am doing, I don't get to build fun box forts because I don't live near any of them. But here soon, the Allied Network will start showing gaming, and I will be doing that much to your pleasure or displeasure, depending on what you like.
Yep. Allight Gaming. I got to get Dead by Daylight downloaded.
I'll definitely join you on that because I play a lot of this one called Warframe.
Nice.
I've been looking at Warframe. I don't know how effective it is. I've had a lot of people tell me that if I'm going to play it, I need to be doing it with a controller, not mouse and keyboard.
Yes. I tried playing on my PC on mouse and keyboard, and the controls for it are ridiculous. There are literally 3 key combos that you have to do certain moves. Whereas if you have it set on a controller, it's just 2 buttons.
Well, I think what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to wait to get Warframe until I get a controller because my new PC has the ability to plug and play just about anything. So until I get a controller, I probably will not try Warframe. But I have
That's
been
understandable.
streaming. Yeah, I have been streaming the last couple of weeks, playing around with getting back into Dead by Daylight, and being a sarcastic ass there because that's not normal.
I'm
And
ready to
then,
download that and play it with you, man. I just gotta remember how to fucking play it.
well, we can go in and do a couple of practice matches. That's great.
Yeah.
And the other one that I've been playing just out of sheer, I want to try it, was Among Us.
Oh yeah, Among Us. I've played that one before. Jesus.
Yeah, it's actually kind of great, but
No, we need to do Town of Salem too, because I've still never played it with anyone. I own it, but I've not gotten to play it with anybody.
so I went into Town of Salem too, and I couldn't get into a match because there wasn't enough people.
Gotcha.
My bad. I hit a button.
Wrong lever.
And then the original Town of Salem doesn't have enough people either.
Yeah, I know.
So it's kind of sad.
We'll make people play again.
Yeah. I mean, Town of Salem is fun. Not to mention, we could play that with the boy.
Oh yeah. We'll definitely play some Cards Against Humanity at some point too.
Yeah.
That's always fun to do. Maybe some Jackbox party games or some different stuff like that. I also got because I can stream from the PlayStation too. I have most of all the Telltale video games, and those are a lot of fun to play, like make group decisions on. And I have the entire Dark Pictures anthology series. I have every one of them, including the other two games that aren't attached to the series, same maker, which is The Quarry and Until Dawn.
See, I tried to get into Until Dawn, and when I first tried to get into it, I couldn't get too into it.
It's intense and insane. It's probably one of the most popular horror video games ever made. And their company realized that it was a crazy long game. So, oh, see you later, Jody. Thank you for joining us.
Good night.
Night.
I just noticed that she had cat ears on her headphones.
But they kind of listened to the fact that it was a really long game and kind of people like to play it in a party setting. So when they relaunched the company as Dark Pictures Anthology, they made the games way shorter, and you also have the ability to play with friends if other people own the game. So like different players can control different characters. Now you can beat one of those games in like a 5-6 hour session, just whole game done.
So there is one thing I'm going to stream probably in the next couple of days. I'm just not sure when. I got another birthday present over the weekend. Somebody bought me Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I have it, but I have it on PlayStation.
Yeah, I haven't played it yet. I want to.
Awesome.
I've just been busy the last few days. So I was waiting for a day that I was actually home to play.
I got the Leprechaun movies for my anniversary.
Hell yeah, that's a great series to have, man.
Oh yeah.
Did it include all of them?
Yeah.
Even the newest one that just came out a couple years ago?
I think so. There are like, I think 7 of them.
Oh, is it the one is it the one they're selling at Walmart?
Yeah.
Sweet, I just saw that the other day.
So speaking of Leprechaun, sad news about Warwick Davis's wife.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day with her passing away and everything. Yeah, it's
I feel bad. Of course.
fucking heartbreaking, man. They did announce they're going to be making another new Leprechaun. Let's see. Oh, yep, they do have it. It's got Leprechaun 1, 2, 3, 4, In the Hood 1 and 2, Origins. They did it with WWE films and Leprechaun Returns. Nice. It's fucking awesome, dude. I need to get that in the I need to get the Critters collection too.
That Ray got us.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, I think we have a working title too for the movie. Right now, the working title is "Beware the Bewildered Beast." That's what we're working with at the moment, and it will be a comedy, heavy on the comedy horror, found footage film about cryptids. That should be absolutely fucking ridiculous and a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yep. You have the link. It is in the chat. The chat that John got the link from.
Yeah. As my phone keeps sliding.
It's a new model. It's a sliding phone.
No, I have magnets on the back of it.
Oh, nice. Nice.
And it's
I
the
got me a
8-film bundle that I have.
Yeah, the 8-film. I did get me my first really awesome professional adult phone, and I can't even use it. I've had it for almost 5 weeks, and Boost is their system keeps fucking up every time they try to port my old number in, and the problem is on their end, but they're not fixing it. So Boost, if you're listening, get your shit together. I want to use your service, but I can't. And I gotta say, I like the new phone. It's a Samsung S24 Ultra, and I got it because I needed a new video camera. And I thought, well, I need a new video camera. I need a new phone.
You just need to do everything.
So I was like, instead of having to pay a stupid amount of money that I can't afford right now, I had so much of a budget for one thing, and I'm like, or I can just buy this that does all the things that I need and come in way under budget on everything. Okay, good job. Good job. And their contract with the Samsung contract with iPhone is done, or with Apple is done because they used to make all the cameras, so they couldn't put a camera in their phone that was technically better than the cameras in iPhones. That is now no longer the case. Oh, my bad. I hit that button.
And the thing about the whole Apple thing is Apple's being sued by the FCC now because of that because of parts of that contract that were basically making it giving them a monopoly on media. Because they were doing a lovely little thing where if an Android user sent a iPhone user a picture, it would automatically be lower quality.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it wouldn't just mess with the quality that it was on the phone, it would drop the format quality. We had so many issues here with iPhones printing pictures because they were sent to them from Android. They would come out all pixelated and grainy.
Jesus, man.
And when I didn't know for the longest time what the problem was with it, but then after I found out about the whole Apple and the camera thing, I started asking customers. I'm like, is your kid that sent this to you an Android user? Well, yeah, they are.
And on top of that, if you send it in social media, all social media slightly degrades your files as well.
Yeah.
So if you're doing it from Android to Apple, and you're fucking using social media to do it, you just double fucked yourself.
Yeah.
Bypass it all. Just use Google Drive. Problem solved.
Or send through Google Messages, because Google Messages has been updated quite a lot.
That's true. That's true. We use the drive. We use the drive entirely for the network for most things, and the Haunt uses the drive. So now I don't even use the fucking messages on there. I just use the drive, the docs, the calendar.
Well, I use the messages because that's what's in my phone now. I have a Google phone. I have the Pixel 6.
I almost went with Google. I almost did, and I really, really wanted to until the offer I got for this came through, and then the camera. I was like,
"Oh yeah, no, I don't blame you. Samsung's so much better."
Well, I mean, I think Google phone Pixels are better for everything else that I do, though. For the writing, for the podcast, for most of what I do, actually, the Pixel's probably better.
I really do enjoy the Google, how seamlessly you can transfer between Google Docs. Because I've been working on my book, and I write some of it on my phone, and I'll use my Chromebook for some of it, and I can just easily jump back and forth between them really easily.
Oh yeah, And I've never been able to write by my phone because I have giant hands and tiny phones. But this fucking, show you guys how big this fucking phone is. Like it's needlessly big, but until you realize what all it does. It's like it's huge. It's fucking giant. Like it's almost the height of
Oh,
my
that's what she
entire
said.
head. Yeah, it's creepy, man. Oh, I got this fancy thing. I don't know if you can see it. Oh,
That
That
is
is
cool.
when I close it, yeah, it's nice. And I can put cards in the back of this thing. I can just open this up. I don't even need to carry a wallet anymore.
See, I like mine because hold on, I'll take my phone out of my case real quick. 'Cause here's my wallet. I'll take my phone out the case so I can show this off a little bit. Yeah. So here's my phone case. I don't think so.
Nice.
That's cool.
That is
It's
awesome.
nice. It's really nice when I'm going somewhere and I don't have pockets.
Hold on, just can't find the link, even though it's clearly in there. I gotta send it to her.
Okay.
I send it to her.
That's my roommate. Here in a couple minutes, I'll be popping off here.
All right, man. Well, thank you
Okay.
for joining us and hanging out for a while, man.
I
It's nice to
might
finally
pop
talk
back
to you
in.
in person.
Oh yeah, you're welcome
Right?
to, man.
I see you in. I've seen you in the outlight so many times. I never actually took time to. I've never actually been a part of one of the streams before.
So now you are, and now I can just randomly bug you and pull you in for things sometimes.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
I don't.
there's
I
Jess.
don't mind as long as I'm not like in the middle of stuff.
I like your top.
Yes. I got new readers.
He called you Caddy, Jess.
That's kind of
Let him have it.
amazing.
Your setup sounds really good, by the way.
I am hearing
Okay.
something and I'm trying to figure out. I think I had the live up somewhere else.
Probably, yeah. Yep. Because
I'm
you're not
tech-
echoing at
I'm
all.
kind
You
of
sound
tech
really
stupid,
good.
so thank you.
All right, okay. I might be back. Bye, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
Bye.
I think you're on a little bit of a lag, though, but that's not really a big deal.
It's me. I'm laggy in real life anyways, so
Internet's been wonky as hell with all the storms and everything, and then there's another storm that's moving into the area. It makes it very fucking difficult.
Fun.
So, I got to tell you, where we were going to put you, the hunt is gone.
no. So I don't get to throw blood, guts, and gore at people.
We're doing some stuff. We're doing some stuff. We got you. We got you. There's gonna be cool shit going on, but we're redesigning officially because Booty Baby Boy is now gone.
Okay, I guess I was laggy for a minute.
Yeah, super. Like you're frozen again now. Like I can hear your voice, but like you'll freeze.
Like I couldn't hear you guys for a second.
Did it all just like come through at once?
Yeah.
Yeah. That
It's
happens.
probably where my computer's on the charger.
You never know, man. But we're glad to have you. We haven't seen your face in quite
Definitely
some time.
happy to see you.
I know I've been in this thing too much and kind of hiding from everybody. So, but I'm okay.
And wrecking cars and.
I didn't do it. They hit me.
Just messing with you.
But at least my boob is not black anymore.
Yeah, that's good.
Dude, that sucks when it's black. That hurts so much.
Hey, Christy.
It really did, man.
I mean,
really
they're
did because it was like
airbags.
all across my chest was black and blue, and then all the way down was black and blue. It
Been
was
there,
bad.
done that.
So
Had to
what's
cut
gonna
my
happen with the
mom
car?
out.
Yeah.
Car is a total loss.
Damn, man.
So Mike's gonna get a new car because I didn't even crash my own car.
Yeah.
So, and by the way, Raz, we're looking into a house in Middletown.
Oh yeah, I don't know how much longer I'll be here, but that's awesome.
Oh, boy, you suck. You were the reason we were coming down there.
Well, I told you it wasn't permanent. I mean, we don't have any like specific plans right this second or anything, but
Okay.
inevitably, eventually, we're going to move probably a little closer to Dayton because everything is in Dayton.
Yeah, well, there's a 4-bedroom house. I can't remember where it is right now, but it's only $12,000 a month.
That's not bad, man.
Ooh.
1,200.
Yeah,
I was like 12,000. That sounds pretty steep for fucking Middletown, Ohio.
yeah, 1,200. I'm sorry,
That's nice, man.
but 4-bedroom house, so then I can have my own little setup for like podcast or whatever I decide to do.
Hell yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. Hope you guys are able to get it. If Bobby's closer, maybe I can beat some shit into his head.
Oh man,
I've heard stories you don't even know.
boy, I have stories that you don't even know.
We'll have to compare later. 'Cause some of the stories I got from people that work with Pyle.
Oh dear Lord, I don't
heard
even want to know what Gwen has said.
Yeah, I had some. I heard some stories about at the banquet when I was over there. I was
Oh,
the guest
dear
speaker at the
Jesus.
Chainer's awards banquet. It was awesome.
Oh dear Jesus Christ, is Bobby in trouble again?
Not yet, but I might have to, shove a foot in his ass a couple times.
Yeah.
Couple times or 10,
Yeah, because for some reason he listens to you better than he does me.
I don't know why.
I'm too easy on him. That's all it is.
Oh no, I just look at him. Hey, shut the fuck up right now. You need to be going and doing this. Go fucking do that thing. Oh, you don't know how to do it? This is how you do it. Let me walk you through it. All right, cool. You got it. Now go fucking do it.
The other day I was goofing off with him and I started going, toodaloo, motherfucker, because I wanted him to get out of my room because he was being annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
And he got pissed. Started going off on everyone. It was bad.
Next time, tell him you're so poor you can't even afford to pay attention right now.
I have told him that before.
I'm pretty sure I've told him that before too.
Last time I told Danny that, she brought me $1.
See, that's an appropriate response right there. I think I would then talk to that person. I'd feel obligated to.
Well, it's Danny. You like Danny.
Yeah, I do like that. So, Jenny.
Yes.
What are we talking about now, Jenny?
I don't know, you guys were talking about being too poor to pay attention and somebody actually brought you $1. So, what would you like to talk about? I can come up with just about anything on the fly.
Come up with something on the fly.
So, there's this thing that happens when you put baking soda and vinegar together, and it goes, and it makes children happy.
No,
Have
it
you
makes
done
Raz
that anytime soon?
It makes
Yeah.
Raz very happy, and yes, once every couple years, I will buy one of the cheesiest little volcano kits I can find at like Five and Below, just so I can get super stoned and make a volcano, and then I'm happy for like a couple years until I have to go make another one.
Oh,
We
dear
had
Jesus
food
Christ.
coloring and make our own. So that's always fun. Also, if you get chocolate chips and you get condensed sweetened condensed milk and you microwave it and you get all melty and you pour it in parchment paper, you get something similar to that high dollar fudge you find.
You're
And
gonna have to
that's
send me
really good.
that.
It's
You have to
just
send
I'm
me
too
going to have
so I
to
can
try
put-
that.
Yeah, I won't remember
Oh,
it,
yeah.
so you're gonna have to send it to me so I can put weed in it.
Okay,
Dude, if you
so
put weed in it,
also,
Okay.
also, so you know, if you take chocolate chips and put them in the oven at 200 degrees on a gray sheet paper or parchment paper, and open it 15 minutes in and use a spatula to flatten it, you can add anything you want to it. Melt it down with it, or even nuts, and it makes chocolate bars. The more you do.
That sounds delicious. Or you can take chocolate milk from a brown cow and put it in a bottle and just give it to me because I like chocolate milk. That also works.
Man,
Yeah.
that's really good when you get the pink cows too and mix strawberry milk with the chocolate milk.
Yep. Everybody knows that's how it works, man. You know, Brooklyn.
That's just
It really is.
unfrozen Neapolitan ice cream.
Brooklyn thought that there were boy cows, and I had to explain to her, and she was very sad. And this was just a couple years ago. Okay, so she's she was not young when she said this to me, and then for a brief moment, I got her to believe, like again, a brief moment. She was stoned at the time. Got her to believe that there was a difference between white cow, normal cows making white milk and brown cows making chocolate milk. It was pretty epic. But I mean,
Sorry,
Brooklyn,
I'm
so
getting
it's
attacked by a
hard.
cat.
Oh, we're almost all of us at one different time or another getting attacked by one of our cats on these shows. Majority of us own multiple animals, or at the very least, cats.
See, I have a gremlin. His name is Gremlin, and he's Danny's cat, and he is attacking me. Mine's name is Loki, and he's hiding under the blanket.
Nice.
I have a needy dog named Max when I'm not at work.
Now I need to make a fucking volcano. You know what makes the best base for a volcano, though? Fucking construction cones. Because the shape,
Oh
everything's
man, that
already
would be
built.
awesome.
Oh no, it totally is. Because all you got to do is decorate them and pour enough shit into them, and like you can get giant ones. And the other cool thing is if you take and put Mentos down in the bottom, and you do the normal stuff, but you add Coca-Cola into the mix as well with the normal lava creation stuff, and then you've got like a geyser along with your volcano, and it's even extra weird and cool.
Oh dear lord.
Mm-hmm. I make some pretty weird volcanoes sometimes. I haven't made a giant one like that in many years. I need to do that again soon and film it just because it sounds fun.
We should all get together at the haunt on cleaning day and do it.
Oh yeah. Probably like, what are you doing? Making a volcano. Okay.
We're gonna make a mess and then we'll clean it up and we'll clean the rest of the haunt while we're at it.
Yeah,
we're okay.
We always clean anyway. We got to figure out how to get a VW bug downstairs now because it's up in the top when you walk in the door. From our entrance in the back, it's taking up the whole area.
How does Fred expect us to get a car down there?
We're working on that. We'll figure it out. We had actually already had plans and figured out a way to take a car that was bigger than that down there. Now, keep in mind, all the insides are gone. Like, there's no seats in it. There's the engine. Like, all the parts are not in it at all. So it's not like we have to worry about all that. It's still heavy and awkward, but it's not as bad as it could be.
What are you planning to do with
Bobby?
We're planning to put it in Main Street because we have a plane, also an actual plane in Main Street, and I'm also trying to get him to find a small train car somewhere to put in Main Street. That way we can reenact a horror version of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles because I think that would be fun.
Oh dear Jesus!
Picks, dude, picks.
But now we have an old school giant oak like arcade like claw machine, like an old one, and a VW bug sitting up there. And yeah, we got to figure out how to get those things down, man.
We can piss off Bobby. He'll go into Incredible Hulk mode, and we'll just make him carry it downstairs.
No, even that claw machine would just murder him. It's big, it's heavy. It's gonna take like a couple bears worth of people in order to move just the claw machine, not let alone that fucking VW bug, man. It's gonna look fucking awesome when we get it in there. Because I mean, Main Street's just a straight shot. Like at the very end of the stairs, if we just open those double doors, that bug will go right through those doors. And the other side of that space is the giant gate that opens, and that's Main Street. So once we get it down, it's just going to be going like literally straight into Main Street. That won't even be that big of a problem. It's getting it down is the problem. Because even once we get it down there, we can put it on some rollers and some platforms and stuff with wheels and wheel it the rest of the way. It's just stairs of death.
Oh my god. So talking about the haunt, the greatest thing in the world happened today. It was hilarious.
What's up?
So the people from Kirby came knocking at the door trying to sell me a vacuum cleaner, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I look at them, I'm like, look, if you need money that bad, we work at a haunt. You should just start working there instead of selling vacuum cleaners. You'd probably make more money. And they got into it. They wanted to know where we were working and everything.
Hell yeah, man.
So I told them they had to look us up on Facebook and we should be doing like hiring events in August.
Oh no! We start hiring events in May, my friend.
Oh. Well, I told him just to look us up on Facebook and he would
Oh,
figure
yeah.
everything out that way.
Yeah, we usually do a couple, like one or two a month, like starting in May, and then August we'll do like multiples, and we'll do Saturdays also, and different stuff like that. I know we're going to be finalizing and posting the official dates this coming week, I think.
But
I
I'm
think
still
we're
going
going
to be in the asylum, right?
Oh yeah, oh yes, oh yes. There's some stuff I'll tell you later that I can't tell you during the show as well about it. But there's a lot of cool stuff, man. A lot of really fucking unique shit about to happen. So, but I think we're gonna get a lot of new folks. A lot of new
Good.
folks. There's been a lot of things happening in the haunt world lately. So we might be getting some new people, some new veterans, even possibly.
Good.
It'll be fun. It'll be the best year ever, man.
It will be
Gotta be.
awesomeness incarnate.
It's got to be.
It's always going to be the best year ever because we are there.
It's tough though, man, because like if you guys don't know, Carnage in Columbus closed its doors for good the other day, and this was a big shot to all of our hearts. Even those of us that didn't work there, we had friends there. We went through, we supported it. Like it's way worse, obviously, for Mia who owned the haunt, and for all their actors. It's a million times worse for all of them. But like our heart really goes out, and it makes you realize in this haunt industry, every year we don't know at the dungeon if we're going to be open the next year until like November, because of the way the economy is right now, because of how just everything is, man. And
Talking
to see
Carnage.
to see a haunt like Carnage, man, go down is. I was just there for Easter, for their Easter event.
We were going to use this for the Easter event, but then me and Mike had to work because.
Oh, you guys could have met us up there. We went on as a podcast. Me and Pyle and Ron went. We took some contest winners up there, and yeah.
I won these on that little wheel thingy when we went up there.
Yeah.
So now we're just going to kind of frame them and be like, look, it was amazing.
Cool, it's tough because when a big haunt like that closes, you got to stop. No matter how hard you work in the haunt industry, everything could just disappear like that, and it's easy to forget that sometimes, especially if you're just there to haunt and you're not like worried about like behind the scenes stuff. Like you don't know. You don't know unless your haunt owner like tells you about it, and then sometimes they don't even know about it until it happens, and that's the really hard part. I worked at a haunt once where the actual owner, none of us had even ever met the owner before, never met him, but the managers that ran the whole place took all the money and ran, and at the end of a season and didn't tell anyone, and we went to show up during when build season was supposed to have been. And the owner of the building showed up and said, "Yeah, I sold this building because the management took off with all the money. You don't have a haunt anymore." And that's how we found out.
That's some shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Some other friends of ours work at the haunt, like Cyrus, actually. Cyrus, Rob, a couple others found out that they didn't have a haunt in Springfield when they got there, and the owner was gutting the place and had a bonfire the shit he couldn't sell being burned right in the middle of the property. There's a lot of horror stories about, like ways haunts close. I mean,
hearing that kind of stuff just breaks my heart.
It's heartbreaking, man. I actually added it up the other day. In the 30 years this year that I've been doing this, I've actually worked for 14 different haunts. And that's including Hell's Dungeon I did for 5 years. The first haunt I ever did was like 4 or 5 years. And a lot of the rest of those haunts were like 1 year haunts. Some of them were pop-up haunts where you knew that they were only temporary for one season. And I was helping people get things off the ground, or making my appearances here and there and guest haunting. But like it's a crazy industry, man. It's really hard to find a place that's around, because even if it seems solid and around, anything can change. And it's rarely anyone's actual fault that something. It's usually a series of events that no one could have foreseen happen. And it all happens at once, and then it's just done. So for you folks at home that love haunts, please make sure you're actually going to them every year. Like, you always complain, "Well, I wish you guys were open year round." How are we going to do that if you don't even show up during our normal season? That's what we need.
You guys should come see me. I'm not the bearded lady no more, and it makes me sad.
But you're absolutely gorgeous. So now we can see what your beautiful face looks like without the beard, and it's amazing.
But I'll be covered in blood.
That's okay.
And you can be beautiful in blood.
Oh, I love you.
There'll be a lot of people switching spots, actually. Well, not a lot, but a decent amount of people switching spots entirely, man. A
See,
lot of
this
new
is why I
action
could
shows.
never. This is
What?
why I could never move up north because I know, if I were to move up north, it would take 1 year, maybe 2. You go, hey, come see me, and I would end up in there somewhere.
It's so cute that you think it would even take a year.
That's adorable.
You'd be here for like a day, and I'd be like, "So when are you gonna come to work?"
Dude, the whole time, the whole reason I got the job there was because Autumn had talked me into giving Bobby a chance. And then everyone's like, hey, Jess, how about you just do it too? We need a bearded lady. Fuck y'all.
Well, then we found out after working together for like a couple solid weekends that we actually had known each other a long time ago, like many years ago. And then we had like a whole couple weeks where we were just trying to we were going through like the whole history.
Mm-hmm. But we had those couple weeks where we just kept staring at each other like, I fucking know you. How the fuck do I know you?
Yeah, like between us, like working groups and like fucking just blowing people away, like we'd have like a quick moment, like, okay, was it here? No, shit, group. And that's kind of how those first couple weeks went.
And then we realized it was me being drunk and wandering off into the woods naked.
Yeah. Yep.
See, I know there's a story there, but
Oh, it's not that difficult or long of a story. So I spent a lot of my childhood between an Indian reservation and a farm in Tennessee. And when we'd be at the farm, that's around where she lived. And we would have, me and the cousins would have a bunch of big parties out on the farm sometimes that, a lot of the adults didn't know about. And we'd have bonfires. And I would usually be high as fuck sitting around telling stories. Other people would drink. And she was usually the one that would show up and drink a lot and dance naked around the fire and then disappear. Then me and a couple of other guys that kept an eye on her would go and find her and punch other people over her, to make sure she was safe. And then we'd go back to the fire and tell more stories and get high and drink.
Yep. Raz and his cousins and everybody kept me really, really safe, and no one was allowed to touch me while I was naked.
This is correct.
What's funny is I've heard that story before. I just didn't realize that was you.
Yeah.
That's like when I tell you, okay, so Raz and I grew up together, but it was kind of a weird grow up together because we weren't physically in one another's presence.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah. So we know way more about one another than probably the world would ever want to know about either of us. So I've heard that story. I've heard that story several times. I just didn't realize that was you.
Well, now you get to see me. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I still don't use webcams or anything. It's much to Raz's dismay.
Yeah.
I hide. This is me hermiting.
I mean, I'm normally hiding, and right now I've got all this no makeup on, so you could tell I've had a bad day because normally I look like a drag queen normally.
Very colorful. It's fantastic.
I looked like a drag queen 3 days ago. So that's fine.
You do not look like a drag queen.
I work at a pharmacy, and I go in there looking like a drag queen, and everyone stares at me like I'm stupid.
I act like I'm stupid at work. Does that count?
I am trying to bring Rocky Horror to the haunt. That's one of my new things that I'm trying to do. Yeah.
Damn it!
I haven't played Eddie anywhere in a long time, and I think it'd be.
I haven't.
The Danny is on their phone with their girlfriend.
Do you realize I haven't done Magenta
Danny?
since I was 22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now everybody that's listening knows that
Danny's
she's not on the show.
Or on the phone with their girlfriend.
Oh yeah, we could all hear her. We can hear her. Let her know she's live. She doesn't even know it. Now everyone knows, Danny.
Hold on, I'll mute you while I yell at her.
Okay, that's fine. She
So
did.
anyway, what is the coolest tombstone you've ever seen?
Coolest. Well, that one I
Danny and
mentioned
her
last
friend
night.
Brooks have said hello.
Hello. That one that I told you guys in that story about last night, that huge one that said, "Strangers stop as you pass by, for where you are, so once was I, and where I am, you soon will be. Prepare for death and follow me."
Oh wow.
It was such a weird gravestone in like my teenage years that it just stuck in my fucking brain, and I've never been able to forget it. It's a very famous passage. Like it's not the only gravestone in the world it's even on. Since
Yeah.
I became an adult, I research weird things like that all the time, and actually, there's a lot of places that use that, and it's really cool. But I just never heard of it as a kid before. When I ran across it, it made an impression. What about you?
Hmm. I'm I've seen a bunch of cool ones lately. It's like one of the coolest ones I've seen lately is this one that I've been wondering if it showed up properly behind me while we've been on the show.
Yeah.
There was one where there's a couple that I found lately where the trees has either grown into it or it grew around it and then it completely pulled the top of the tombstone up as it grew. And I've been loving those that I've found. Um,
I'm trying to find you
I
some
know
cool pictures right now.
I know the saddest one I found is the one that was the playhouse. There's an actual workable playhouse. That was one of the coolest ones and the saddest.
Yeah, I've seen that one, and the one where the grave is actually the crib that's like growing out of the ground.
Mhm. And the sandbox one was adorable and sad.
This makes me feel pathetic because, like, you asked what's the best tombstone you've ever seen, and mine, like, in a movie. So, surprisingly, of the same name. I love if you ever watch that scene where they're painting a cross when Kurt Russell and his brothers enter Tombstone, Arizona,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
read the tombstones. My favorite one is the Lester Moore tombstone because I'm weird.
Oh yeah. We have some pretty neat ones. In Woodland Cemetery in Dayton, like some amazing fucking statues, man. I'm actually trying to grab a couple pictures that look at least halfway decent so I can show you some of them, but like we just have weird shit here, and it's super cool. Oh wow. No. Yeah, I see a lot of these are artists. Okay, here's one I can grab. Let's see. I'm trying to grab one of this angel real quick too to show you guys. I have a lot of weeping angels. A lot of weeping angels. All kinds of different weeping angels.
Fuck weeping angels,
Yeah,
scary motherfuckers. I don't care who you are.
it's extra fucked up if you're a Hoovian. For sure. Let's see. There's got to be a good picture of this one here somewhere.
I have already decided if I get to go to Ohio and see you, I'm gonna wear my weeping angel shirt.
I fucking love those things. They're fucking creepy as shit.
Like I've decided that is like it's gonna be Raz. Just look for the weeping angel shirt. My hair color changes based on a whim, so we can't go on that.
It's so hard to find like a great picture that I can legally use to like show you guys this angel. Because some of them are licensed images that they've done in the graveyard that they've actually done stuff with. So I can't show you those. But I will find one. I will find one.
This is the one of the ones I was talking about.
Hold on. Okay, grabbed it. Oh, that one's cool as shit. I like that.
Oh yeah.
I like that a lot.
And for those who don't know, I do hurt for my loved ones that have died. I miss them, but also I'm not afraid of death, and I love cemeteries
Oh yeah, we talk about
because
death a
it's
lot.
peaceful. And I can go sit there with my mom or my aunt or my uncle or my dad or whatever and just read. And I'm usually the safest in a cemetery when I was a kid.
Hmm.
I don't know
That's
if anybody else feels the same.
oh yes,
I'm
100.
actually good with cemeteries. Like Raz will tell you, I can sit in a cemetery and just be like reflect time. But I'm also that fucked up individual that when people walk by me and say something because I'm in the cemetery, I'll look them dead in the face and go, "You can see me," and watch them freak the fuck out. So yeah, as much as it's good for me, it's not good for other people when I'm there.
Right.
There's
Okay, I
only
got
one
my.
person
Go
who
ahead.
ever said anything, and it was the cop that would patrol around. He'd like, "Hey, do your parents know you're here?" Yes. Okay. And then he'd go.
Here's one of them. This is the angel. This is actually a pretty good shot of the angel, but there's actually steps that lead up to her, and she's part of a giant grave. And there, when we were younger, breaking into the graveyard at night, we didn't destroy anything. We were actually very respectful of the place. But the thing was, we had everyone in Dayton that broke into this place knows this angel because you had to leave her a present. And if you left her a present, you wouldn't get caught in the cemetery, and you were showing her and the cemetery respect. So it's pretty legendary a statue. I know when Michelle and I got our engagement pictures done, we actually have some. I just don't have them on this hard drive of us at that particular angel. But yeah, I'd say overall that's probably one of the biggest landmarks in Woodland. The other one is this one. We always pet the dog. That's the other thing you have to do when you go in is to find the angel, leave a present, and then you have to go pet the dog.
That is wonderful.
That one also has a shit ton of mausoleums. There is a grave that is in the shape and like dimensions of a temple, which is super like a small version of a temple, which is super cool. Like Irma Bombeck is buried there. Paul Laurence Dunbar. There's all kinds of famous people that are buried, like literary people that are buried there too.
The next time I go, I need to get you a picture of that gravestone I told you about.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It does not matter what time of day you go. If you take a picture of this, it's another angel. It's something Raz and I talked about, but it looks like one of those warrior angels, and
Yeah.
it's posed over the grave, and it's really weird because it's North Carolina. Even around your graveyards, there's a whole bunch of trees, so it doesn't matter what time of day you're there, what angle you take the picture from. There's always like a rainbow aura on one side of the picture or
Cool.
around the angel itself. It does not matter. Like, even with all the trees in this graveyard, even with everything around it, you take a picture of that angel, you are guaranteed to have that rainbow aura somewhere in the picture. And it's just cool as shit. I've never seen anything like it. You can go to any other marker in that graveyard and take a picture, and it doesn't happen. But it happens with every single picture with that. And if you try to take a picture at night, or at dusk, it has like this really, I don't want to say ghostly because that's just me, but like a real silver effervescent kind of wispy appearance around the angel. It's very cool.
That's super neat.
Um, and in moonlight, it's kind of super eerie, um, but way cool. And I've told Raz about it several times. I every time I go, I don't think to get a picture while I'm there.
We'll get another picture. Jenny likes to collect pictures of things like this.
Yes, I need to get it.
Oh,
I definitely need to get it for her.
Oh, that's a
and
gorgeous picture.
it's one of the most beautiful spring pictures ever in a cemetery.
That is gorgeous, man. And it might not have been your laptop, Jess, because sometimes when Jenny and I don't know who's controlling bringing people in and out, sometimes we hit the button at the same time. So you'll come in, you'll pop back out. Because I'm really bad
Yeah.
about that. Well, now
Yeah,
you're
we
frozen.
both want to make sure.
Oh, I thought Jess was frozen, but I see her eyes move every once in a while. She's
Yeah.
just muted.
You're good to go. Just the next time I'm in chat, because I always tell you guys when I'm going home,
Yeah.
remind me.
Okay. Nice. We see you, Jess. Can you see us? Can you hear us? Give us a thumbs up because you're muted. Okay. Okay. Cool. You're good. You're good to go. There's some pretty cool Fallout news that has come out recently. After many years of nothing and a whole game between them, I think it's today or this week that Bethesda is dropping a patch for Fallout 4 that fixes a shit ton of things and adds new content for Fallout
Yeah.
4. I'm pretty excited about this. Fallout 4 and Tactics are the only ones I've never beat through to the end. So, and I've had Fallout 4 for a while, and just after I finally bought the game of the year that comes with all the expansions, they said that they were going to put this patch out, so I didn't play it very far because I wanted to wait for the patch.
Oh, we've been waiting for the patch.
I need to look up a date. I think it was the 20-something. I thought it was the 22nd, but I could be wrong.
No, it's one of these days. Josh is excited about it. He said it's happening this week.
Yeah, and they just did the new relaunch of 76 with operating how seasons work a lot differently, which is pretty interesting. And this one is about it's a cryptid season. Let's see. I'm looking for it. I'm trying to find what the date is on it. Let's see. 2024. April 25th. Okay. That's for the next gen console upgrade is on the 25th. And it's a free update. So 3 days. We got 3 days. Danny's killing me in the background. I think I just heard her say, "I'm a big boy." Them. Heard them say.
I can't even hear what Danny's saying
Oh, we can hear everything Danny's saying.
because my headphones are noise canceling, so I can't hear what he's saying.
Oh, yeah, we can hear all of them.
As far as the Fallout 4 thing, yes, you are accurate as fuck. Because my child has been going off non-stop about this.
Hey, Danny,
for
you
like
should come
5
in here
days.
and introduce yourself.
Dude, I'm excited as fuck. And that show, oh my god, it was fucking brilliant.
Just come in here and say hi.
Dude, I haven't watched it yet. You want to know? I'm still stuck on the live-action Avatar on Netflix. I'm like 5 episodes in. Dude, do it! Do it!
I will.
It's so worth it.
I was trying to watch 3 shows. Michelle and I have been trying to watch all of Shameless for a while now, and we're pretty close to being done. And out of nowhere, I decided I would have finally finished Walking Dead because I stopped watching like at the end of season 9. So I still got done with Shameless. I only have like 10 episodes left of the regular Walking Dead show, and I've now gotten through all of Fallout. So the next thing I add is going to be that. Your screen's all black now, so I can't see anything, Jess.
Yeah, like I was pissed about the Avatar movie. I was pissed about it. So I was kind of worried about this. Let me tell you, it is completely fucking worth it, bro. Oh my god. Like, I am so excited to finish it, but my work schedule has been stupid crazy. So I'm only like 5 episodes in. There's 3 episodes left in this first season because they're splitting it up like they did the animated series. It's like water, earth, fire, and then the end of fire is going to be when he goes up against Ozai. And the casting, my god, it's great. And let me assure everyone who hasn't seen it, Uncle Iroh is still Uncle Iroh. Jasmine T, awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
like I don't know if you could hear it, but I came outside to have a cigarette, and Randy's out here, and he was sitting there going, "So good, so good." So yeah, like
My cabbages.
see, like even he got excited. He was like, "My cabbages." Great.
Yeah.
I have enjoyed the shit out of it.
I can't wait to check that out, man. It's gonna be awesome.
Like you and I were of the same opinion about Avatar. Like we loved it. So I was like I'm sitting there watching it going, "This is awesome."
I enjoyed the shit out of it when it was on Nickelodeon back in the day.
Me too.
It was a cool show.
Same, and I still rewatch that damn show on Netflix.
I have not gone through it since it ended on air originally.
Yeah, I've rewatched it like 2 or 3 times. Because I'm going to tell you, I will forever love the episode with Sokka going through the tunnel with the troubadours.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Don't let the caveman get you down.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Sokka!
You came in just in time for us to run a quick commercial break because we need to run.
Oh, okay.
Super quick.
You got it, or do you want me to?
Can you get it?
Yeah,
this
I got
time
it.
around? Awesome.
Let me figure out where she moved them. I am clicking the wrong one. There it is.
Greetings and shabebans. We are the Retro Reductopus Cephala Podcast, a long-form bi-weekly show that celebrates all the things that made growing up awesome.
Well, that sounds good, but I don't know what all those words mean.
I think what Parasite Steve's trying to say is that on Retro Redoctopus, we explore a range of retro goodness, from toys, video games, and movies, to cartoons, and even snacks and school lunches.
Oh.
And we do it all with a positive spin, a slew of killer guests, and some very adult language.
And you know what else is cool?
No.
This crazy show is part of the Your King Podcast Network with new episodes every Tentacle Tuesday.
What's that?
And if waiting 2 weeks for a new episode gives you a sad, know that we drop bonus episodes all the time, like the off-format Crow's Nest and an interview series we call The Brick.
You can listen to Retro Octopus on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or any app that's cool enough to carry the only show that celebrates all the things that make growing up awesome.
Okay.
Welcome back, everybody.
Yay! And for those who don't know, please go follow Brill Pro in all the places and find all the shows and learn about wrestling and all types of things. And even he gives you videos about what he thought about different foods that have come out, and they're always fun. So yes,
Oh yeah, man.
Exactly.
go follow Tom Dog.
How you been, man? I ain't seen you in a while.
Doing pretty
Talk
good.
to you.
Doing pretty good. I've been I was sick for a while, but I was well enough to do the WrestleMania video for WrestleMania weekend, and I was so excited too because it's a tradition that we do on Wrestling Prime and everything that ever since the 2 nights thing that they've been doing.
Yeah.
I've been doing that, immediately following the WrestleMania. So I get all the notes together and everything like that. So it was very strenuous and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And but I pulled it off. And this year was our most watch episode. night 2 being the most watched more than night 1. So,
Oh, yeah.
but in together, got tons of views.
I know we had you up in the background both nights here. We were going to try and join you, but we ended up having a friend come and stay the weekend just to do the WrestleMania thing at home with us, and then we ended up getting a little out of hand and super high, and we were like,
That's okay. That's okay. Yeah, it's 420. we would have had a lot of fun, and yeah, and I completely forgot to send the link just in case anybody. I forgot to do that. So plus it was getting late.
Yeah, you were easy to find though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mom says
Do a
hi.
run-in.
Hi, Mom.
Technically, she said hi to the guy with the face hugger like me. So yeah.
Yes. Let's go.
Oh, I see how it is.
Oh no, she's
I'm
telling
teasing.
everybody she should read that they should read you, but she doesn't get to talk to Tom Dog. So if she doesn't know his name like she knows yours, she can just look on her phone, Raz.
Yeah, the
whereas,
face hugger guy.
Yeah, because she's like,
She
hey,
just
you
friended me
know
on
the guy
Facebook
with this?
recently, actually.
It has become a huge staple ever since I got that from a Loot Crate box.
Oh, that's where we got ours, and then she stole it.
Yeah. Now they're really tough to find.
I actually know a couple people that sell them at conventions.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I see those in the crates a whole lot.
I had a Leatherface plushie, but I lost that after the fire and everything like that years ago and everything. And one of the things I like to do every Halloween is I like to pop that up with a jump scare. Whenever I'm playing a scary video game.
Oh yeah,
and everything.
That's hilarious.
So I haven't debated when I'm going to play this year. I haven't debated on that yet because I've been playing a lot on on the Xbox and everything, and I'm saving up to get the PlayStation 5.
Oh, good. Yes. Come to the right side of gaming, please.
Oh, I'm an equal opportunity gamer.
I used to be until what is it? What was the one? The 360. And I had such a bad experience of 3 Red Rings of Death back to back with brand new consoles that I said, you know what? Okay. And then their customer service at the time was so terrible that I got screwed pretty bad in the whole thing. So I was like, all right, Xbox. Well, Microsoft, I like your computers, but other than that, go fuck yourself. And I've never bought a single Xbox anything since then.
Yeah, I had issues with the Red Ring of Death too, and but yeah, they were actually pretty good to me. They actually gave me a free game after that because they accidentally sent me a wrong console, and I got that, and so they fixed the problem and everything like that, and they said, "Here, what game do you want?" And I said, "Forza Motorsport 3."
Yeah,
That's my first introduction to Forza Motorsport.
If they'd have been nicer and more helpful, I would have probably not stopped. I would have probably kept buying both consoles, but man,
yeah,
no, not anymore. The only thing they've got on me now that I care about is they have Bethesda, and I'm worried about the future of Fallout because I want to make sure I can play the next Fallout game. But I can always also play it on PC if I got.
Have you been watching the show on Amazon?
Oh, within the second or third day of it being out, I'd already gone through it, and I'm about to go through it again soon. I loved it, man. We were starting to talk about the show a little bit ago, and then we just ended up talking about the new patch that's coming out for Fallout 4.
Yeah,
I fucking loved this show, dude. Like,
yeah, the show is amazing. The show is absolutely and note to Paramount Plus and Showtime and let's see what else. Oh, and Steven Spielberg. That's how you do an adaptation. Okay.
We've had some good and some bad adaptations. That's certainly true.
Yeah, it's like even when the first season of Last of Us came out, I ripped right into to Halo. I was disappointed in the first season, and then I was okay with the second season, but I was just so aggravated with that. And it's like, and I'm a big Halo fan.
Yeah, I really like Last of Us quite a bit, but There were a lot of changes and a lot of differences that I didn't love, but at the same
Yeah.
time, like I thought it was pretty decent for what we got out of it. I feel like it could have been a lot
Yeah.
worse. And plus, Nick Offerman was in it, even if it was just briefly. And I'm a big
Yeah.
Nick Offerman fan, so I was already
Yeah.
gonna be happy. But I do not like who played Joel at all.
Yeah.
I mean, as an actor, and I know his damn name because he plays the Mandalorian. Also, I just can't remember it right now. My brain is
Pedro Pascal.
yeah, amazing actor. Shouldn't have been Joel.
Exactly.
Just like he shouldn't be, Mr. Fantastic. But whatever, whatever.
Tomatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah, he's an amazing actor. He really is. But
Yeah.
there are just people that would have played those parts, like the looks that we needed for them, a lot better.
Absolutely. And I'm glad. I was disappointed in some. Season 2 of Halo would have been so good about the fall of Reach, because it's actually one of my favorite stories in the Halo series. Whether it was in because I have the book of it, awesome read, read, and the video game Halo Reach was also awesome, and it just bothered me that there was no Noble Squad in this second season.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to spoil anything else, but for anybody who hasn't seen it, but if you have seen it, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, I do
yeah.
agree that Fallout's the best adaptation I think we've ever had of anything.
Oh yeah, better actually. It's actually and we had some pretty good ones last year. We had some pretty good ones. We got The Last of Us last year. We had Twisted Metal last year. They're working on season 2 right now.
The thing with Twisted Metal is it was amazing, but the way Twisted Metal is a series, and even if you play through the stories, there's almost no story or real background in those games. So it was in my opinion, easier to adapt something like that into a show because you can do whatever the fuck you want with a story because there really isn't much of one in the games. So it's
Absolutely.
really easy to get, to just don't be a moron and come up with a compelling story that seems like it would take place and you're good to go. And they knocked it out of the park with that. They really did.
I'm looking forward to seeing who's going to play Calypso next season.
Mm-hmm. But with Fallout, man, they added everything in. There was shit from a little bit of every Fallout game ever, even a little bit of 76 was there.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
To see all that and the big focus on New Vegas.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to go into a lot of those details because I know Jenny hasn't had a chance to watch it yet, and I don't want to give any spoilers.
Yeah. Because New Vegas was actually a pretty good update.
Yep, and that was the New Vegas photo was one of the main photos. Also in the original stuff where they were doing all the set photos and stuff. So I don't want to talk about anything that wasn't out and set photos and prior stuff just in case. But it was once you've seen it, Jenny, we'll talk more about it. But it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm okay with spoilers. I'm just not sure about everybody else.
I'm still not going to get them.
Okay, cool.
All I say is that it's good or bad, and that's it, and I move on to the next topic. I don't talk about it.
For me, this wasn't simply good. It was when you think Fallout, everything that you've ever loved, no matter how obscure, is somehow worked into this first season alone. I don't know how they did it.
What I've seen.
I have no idea how they were to work as much in as they did, and create a compelling, multiple compelling storylines. They got this thing set up for multiple seasons, and the day before they even dumped all the episodes out, they'd already announced that they were greenlit for season 2. So, and I can definitely see it. I see this one going on for a while. I really do.
Yeah.
And the only other thing I would tell you is they did not pull punches on the blood and gore. Not a single punch was pulled whatsoever.
Yeah. Because Fallout is pretty good, pretty gory as it is, and everything. If you play the video games,
people explode in the games.
Oh, yeah.
Shit.
I haven't really gotten that much invested in Fallout 76. Now that they patched everything up and everything, I think I'm going to go back into it now that that it's free,
The
available
base game. Yeah.
on the Game Pass.
Yep. Yep.
'Cause-
We play the fuck out of 76 here. And plus part of it's in Ohio and part of it's in West Virginia. So it's all territory that I know and I'm kind of familiar with the area. Like even the Ohio River Adventure area is
Yeah.
in the game. So I'm like, I know where this is. I can go here. That's the Mothman Museum. That's only a 3.5 hour drive. I can go there. So it's weird to have a game that represents the area of the world that I'm in. It was so fucking cool.
And I wonder if they're gonna if there's going to be like another Fallout game.
Yes, there is. They announced that about a year or two ago. They're
Oh, okay.
finishing. They're wrapping up a game they've been working on right now. As soon as it's done, they go into production of the next Fallout game, and it's going to be
Yeah.
Fallout 5. And they've already
Nice.
talked a lot about what it's going to be. And it's funny because the creator of Fallout just was talking about how he had pitch meetings. He was involved in all the pitch meetings for the show, and he was like, he had to like tell them to not use storylines or things he needed them to introduce because I guess Fallout 5 picks up after the show potentially. So there's going to be some things that kind of work their way in. So that's pretty exciting to see what kind of tie-ins or whatever they're going to do there. But we do know that it's going to it's all planned and it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
And I know all the Fallout games across the board, especially 76, are working with record-breaking gaming numbers on all their servers for all the games, and they said it's the
Nice.
most amount of people that 76 said it even dwarfed when the game was first launched.
Oh wow!
Because the show, like people coming into it, really loving the show and getting into the game. And if you're
Yeah.
getting into the game, 76 is a really good one because of the social aspect and because
Yeah.
it is a multiplayer, you can play it with your friends versus the other ones that aren't. But all the games are amazing in their own right, and their own stories and their own stuff. But Vegas and 76 are tied for my favorite, probably.
Yeah. Fallout 4 was my favorite.
So I've only
I
gotten to a
played
little bit of
the
that one.
hell out of Fallout 4.
4 or 3 for me.
I like 3, but the travel and the way they did the travel, there was so much traveling, and the loading was so tough for that game that it was tough. I love the story. I love the story from it. It was hard to stay in the game at times because the way they kind of set it up. But what I've played of 4 so far, I loved. The one time me and her really started to play it, and Michelle had already played it and beat it before. She's the one that got me into Fallout when 76 came out. So I'd heard of it, but never played a Fallout game in my life until like the week 76 dropped, and then I had to go back and play everything. We were fucking around with cheats because you can do console cheats on PlayStation also, and I found this speed cheat. Well, what I accidentally did was I moved up the speed bar so much that if I barely touched my controller, I was on the other side of the map. So I was exploring shit that I shouldn't have explored to like 100 levels from where I was at and dying in 2 seconds. So then I decided I was the Flash and had to run to every single place in the entire game just to see what it was and come back and try not to die. It became the Flash Try Not to Die challenge is what I ended up calling it. And that's as much as I've seen of the game, really. Like the opening of the game where you fight at the museum and then me flashing all around the place for no reason because I'm dumb. That's all I've seen of 4 so far. Oh, and the Nuka World. I've seen a little bit of the Nuka World expansion, which was pretty cool because it's like Saul.
Yeah.
I love the Nuka World one. That was a great story.
Well, Saul was pretty cool, man. I'm also looking forward to Borderlands. I got really into Borderlands 1 and 2. I've not played 3 yet. And I got Tiny Tina's Wonderland I need to play. That movie looks like it's going to be really fucking good, like a good, faithful translation also. And
Which
I'm really the new Borderlands movie coming out this year.
Oh yeah.
To me, like Fallout and Borderlands have a lot of interesting similarities right now. Like there's vaults, but those vaults are very different between the games. But a lot of the Wasteland side of things, the Survivor side of things, like there's just a lot of really weird like experimentations, mutations. There's similarities there, but between the
I love the cast that they have for it. Jack Black as Claptrap.
You can't go wrong there.
God. It's like that he's going to be a scene stealer in that movie. He's going to be a scene stealer, and
Claptrap is a scene stealer in the game in general. So like you couldn't have found a more perfect human being to play Claptrap.
Jake Gyllenhaal is handsome Jack. That's a perfect fit. that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
really good fit. And but yeah, this is going to be a really good movie.
I
I'm
look forward
excited
to
about it.
that.
Oh, yeah.
And I
Yeah,
love that they put Penn and Teller in the third game. I've just been a big Penn and Teller fan my whole life.
Me
yeah,
too. I've seen the clips, but again, I've not played the game yet. I need to actually play it. I tried to take
yeah,
Matt through it, and we played it
Ooh.
for a little bit, and then he liked it. We just got busy, and then I tried to get Michelle into it, but it just she's such a diehard Fallout fan that she saw that there were some similarities, but she just it's the first person view. Like I'm not
yeah,
great at first person games. I'm not very good at them. And even the third person ish kind of in Borderlands is tough for me sometimes unless I'm super stoned. And then I'm like I can get in the moment and I'm fine. It just
yeah.
takes me a little bit to get into Borderlands. But once I'm in, I'm fucking in, man.
Have you been
And
playing WWE 2K24?
oh yeah, we got that. We pre-ordered that one. We've had that one for a while. We did some.
Nice.
We've done some let's plays. With this season or the
Oh,
storyline, the male storyline on Twitch a couple times, and we're gonna be doing a little bit more of that I think this week.
oh, nice. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of the My General Manager mode, my
Oh,
GM
I've already
mode.
beat it.
Nice.
Dude, that's my favorite thing about the guy. I love the GM modes. It's like my favorite fucking thing about the whole game.
Yeah,
So I'll get it, and I played with him a little bit, and then he didn't want to play for like a week. I'm like, okay, well, we're not gonna Twitch stream this probably. So I'm
yeah.
just gonna go in and play it. And I think in less than a week, I had beaten and unlocked everything in all of
Nice.
GM mode. And I was
I
playing
just
it with
bought.
like full characters too. Like I was playing all the
Yeah,
slots as PCs. Like
yeah. I just recently, yesterday, I just bought the WrestleMania pack and the Dusty Rhodes pack.
mm-hmm. Great packs. We got those on
Yeah,
launch too. Yeah,
yeah.
those are
I'm just
fucking
waiting for
awesome, man.
the DLCs to come out because I got
Mhm.
the season pass too.
A bunch of us got together over WrestleMania weekend and downloaded the oh, there's a video game on your phone. I can't remember the name of it. I think it's called Super Cards or something like that.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I love that game. That game is
I
fun.
didn't know it was a thing until WWE
Yeah,
Supercard, and now everyone here at the house is playing it, and some of our friends at the haunt are playing it, and one of
nice.
them formed a team that we're on. So I've been getting super fucking into that stupid game. Like
Yeah.
it's so dumb, but it's so much fun.
I
It's
haven't
addictive.
played it in like so long, but Supercard's awesome.
I had to put they have like it's a legend thing, but it's all like cryptid based for the wrestlers. It's like one of the packs
Yeah,
they've got out, and I've got like the legend cryptid mankind as my background. But you can find me
yeah,
there under Dr. Rasty Slash.
nice. I gotta. I'm still making some wrestlers. I just put myself in there and my wrestling prime alter ego that
I saw the picture of that.
used when I was doing backyard wrestling. So I got to put the rest of my roster um from there onto there, including
Oh, yeah.
the most popular one was Dark Lord.
So we
So
like when we do the wrestling show, we do our federation where we do color commentary
yeah,
afterwards. We just wrapped it up for 2024, and the next time we do it, it's going to be right after the draft. So we're actually going to do a draft episode
oh
because
nice,
we've gone through and gotten all kinds of new pop culture characters, some returning. So we've been working on
yeah,
these little storylines. So we have like we have so many wrestlers, and I play with all those same
nice.
wrestlers that we download for my GM mode. So like
Oh wow.
Beetlejuice was my champion for a while in one of my shows, and Elvira
But
was
yeah,
his
I'll let you know.
manager.
I'll let you know when I got Dark Lord up on there and do a talent exchange
Hell yeah, that'd be
because
awesome, dude.
with that because I got it for the I know you have it for the PlayStation and have it for the Xbox, but it's but you can play
The creators
on
this week, I think, is the same.
yeah
Oh
and
yeah, Matt was a diamond level creator within the first week.
nice and because because how I based the Dark Lord, he was basically my brand's Undertaker.
Nice.
And he is
That is
basically
cool.
what and also what he would do was he would put on this iron claw, like move at the end of the end of each match, and he would make it like he consumed souls.
Nice.
It was like a soul
Super.
stealer. I
That's
haven't
cool.
fought him yet. It's
We
like
have a
we've been face to face because there was at the time when we were doing these on television, there was always a rumor that him and I were the same person, but it wasn't. That was debunked when somebody when him and I were in the same room together.
That's awesome.
As well as, and we also had our own talent enhancer. He would lose every single match, and he was the town's we made him like this town superhero because I was living in Waterbury, Connecticut at the time, and we called him Mr. Waterbury.
That is
And
awesome.
it was like he was like comedic gold. He was like comedic gold, and his arch rival was known as Super Driver.
That's awesome.
And but yeah, we had a lot of fun moments and everything like that. So you're gonna be seeing my what my roster used to be back in the day, because I'm also going to make the arena too. And I'm kind of there's only one gripe I have about it, is that I can't make finishers.
Yeah, finishers and making intro like proper like intros
Yeah.
from scratch. So those are both things
Well,
that
actually,
you
no,
and I
you
were
can't.
talking
You
about.
can make intros. You can make your own.
Not music.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we want to be able to like go the step beyond and actually put our own music that we want in there.
I think I know why they did that. They haven't done it for a while. The reason why is because of the copyright thing.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
if you're live streaming on Twitch, they're like horrible. So yeah, they haven't done that for a while.
Yeah.
But I'm working on bringing back the Toxic Turtles, because they do have a turtle shell on there.
They do.
And I'm gonna put the Toxic Turtles in there as best as I can.
That's awesome. I know someone's already gone through and made pretty decent versions of like the '90s live action Ninja Turtles already.
Yeah,
there's some really good versions of it on there.
Yeah, I gotta check that out. Maybe I can look on there and then
There's
put
a
it
lot of
on
cool
there.
stuff on there, man. People make some really inventive stuff. Like we definitely have some returning characters from our last Federation, but we definitely got a lot of new ones as well.
Nice.
But we like to switch things up and delete some of them, and then sign new people for the show. So that's what I think ultimately is what we're going to do, like in a revolving door.
And then once I had the roster and the arena all set up and everything, I'm actually going to go ahead and do an original series, and just do them all over and everything like that. So you get the talk show, you get the live action talk show, but then you'll have the animated original series.
Yep.
That I'm also gonna work on too. So.
Oh yeah, man, that's cool.
It'll be coming really soon. So like sometime in the middle of this year.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna try to push it. I'm gonna try to push it for this summer when I do the Tom Dog Days of Summer.
Oh yeah, I know. Like we've gone so far as now we've hired Dell and Jenny as our research and development team in the background at all of our shows, because we constantly mention them how they figured out how to limit the god's power so he didn't just destroy his opponent. We've been having little storylines going on that we've been talking about as we're announcing. It's fun as fuck,
That
man.
is
It's
so
random
cool.
as hell. It gets random.
And then bouncing from other consoles and everything like that, and still trying to finish the story on Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
I didn't play that one, man. The last Zelda I personally played all the way through was Ocarina of Time, probably. I gotta wait for Nintendo forever. Like I own a Switch now, and it sits there. No one does anything. We thought, oh, we're gonna get Switch and have family game nights and play Mario Party and Mario Kart and all these different things. And then all we ended up doing was playing Mario Party like once or twice, Mario Kart once or twice, and then Michelle and I got the Oregon Trail, the Switch version, and beat it. Spent a bunch of time just beating it. And then I got Animal Crossing, got excited, and then I got busy.
Yeah, I gotta go back.
What, Jenny?
My kids keep stealing mine.
I got to get back into my island on Animal Crossing. I haven't had I was on it for a little while, but then I've been neglecting it again.
Yeah, I built shit and just got it fixed to where the next time I played, like, well, it's well past that now. I have a little house instead of the tent, and I don't even know what it looks like because I haven't looked back into seeing it. I did not get that far into the game.
There you go.
I
Like
also picked up
I pretty much unlocked everything, and then me being being a member, um, subscribing to that that expansion pack for the whole year.
yeah, yep.
So, but I love it.
Hell yeah. I also picked up a game for it too when it dropped for consoles, and I just now remembered I'm gonna have to maybe go back and start playing it tonight. There was a game that came out for a while. It was called My Time at Portia, and it was this cool, fun fucking game where you got to craft. There was an RPG element. There was like you could build up friendships and get married. You could design your own home. There was a farm aspect of livestock and like crops. You're also an inventor that built machines and had to find stuff to design and build the machines to make life easier. It was just this
Yeah.
weird, really weird, fun, chill game that I love. And they put out a sequel to it called My Time at Sandrock, which is like a neighboring city to Portia. And I got it, played it for a little bit, was really excited about it, got really into it, and then put the Switch down.
Have you
So I had
played
to go back
Pal
to it.
World?
I know what it is, but no, I don't have it. It looks pretty cool.
Yeah, you won't see it. You won't see it on the Switch.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I was reading about it.
Yeah, it was like it's. I played it for a little bit, and I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm like, whatever. It's like totally obscure. It's like it's Pokemon meets Minecraft, and but and it's weird too. It's like you can actually you can capture people and put them in balls. I was like, really? I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Hell yeah.
You gotta catch them all, man.
Yeah,
I know, right?
We had the Pokemon STD conversation earlier.
Yeah.
Jenny taught us a lot.
But I'll just stick with my Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I just like when ever since Violet and Scarlet came out, I've been more invested in this one than any other Pokemon game that I have. I was like, because I already completed the Pokédex. I was determined to do that, and I'm just about to finish the third Pokédex for the for the second update that came out for the last year, and it's awesome. It really is awesome, and it's like but I'm more invested. I was more invested in that than the last one that they had.
Gotcha.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what other Pokemon game is going to be coming out. But they're going to be coming out with X and Y, and they're remastering that. So,
oh yeah,
it looks really good.
Came out in America when I was like 16, man.
Yeah,
and I didn't know what the fuck it was. No idea.
Yeah.
But one day, this girl I was dating, who it was one of those situations where the relationship's probably past its time already, but neither one wants to admit it in your teenage years, so it's weird. And both sides want to break up, and no side wants to be the one responsible for it. So she just came home one day, and she's mentioning talking about how there was some Pokemon thing that she just couldn't stand. I was like, really? So I checked it out, and every time she would come over, I put it on.
I'll be right
just
back.
to be a
I have
dick.
to use the little boy's room.
You're good. But I would just do it to be a dick because I knew she didn't like it, and I'd watch it. And then I got into it because Meowth was such a fucking asshole as a cat, and he's my favorite Pokemon. Like he's me if I were a Pokemon. He's just my favorite thing in the world. And then she really didn't like Pokemon, and that was one of the things that ended up splitting our relationship up. And after that, I stopped watching Pokemon. That's it. I watched it for a couple months, and that was it.
I'm not the biggest fan of Pokemon. It is not my favorite show, but my kids like mommy wouldn't want to watch Pokemon. So my friends and I and Martha and Josh bought them whatever seasons we could find used Pokemon so they could keep them and watch them when we didn't have the ability to have any sort of streaming service, and that's what we do. We watch all sorts of cartoon movies and all types of Pokemon.
Hell yeah.
And I still am not the biggest fan, but I'll still watch it or play it with the kids because Jim and Josh. Jim gave one Let's Go Pikachu, and the other one Josh gave them Let's Go Eevee, and they have been playing that, and they have loved that.
Hell yeah. That is awesome, dude. Ugh. I've played like the early Pokemon games, and they were fun. I actually kind of enjoyed them. I thought they were kind of cool, and I just never. I don't know. I don't think I've played one in years. The first one that came out for I think the Nintendo 3DS might have been the last one I ever played. Not because it wasn't good, because it was great. I had a 3DS for a very limited amount of time and realized I didn't have time. If I was out and about, I was out and about. I didn't need a travel console anymore. So I sold it after having it for a little bit, and I just never got another one. And I guess Switch can do that, but I'll never use it like that. I'll always have it connected to the TV if I use it.
The Switch has been better for the smaller hands, and they've grown so much in the last year compared to before. So now it's either easier for them to use the controller.
Yeah.
And in 50 minutes, your time, I'm going to have a 12-year-old.
Yeah. It's almost
It's
birthday
scary.
time. It is scary. Just in general.
Oh yeah, but it's going to be a sucky one because either at the dentist office or at the store we caught something, so she gets to be feverish on her birthday. That's
Yeah.
no fun.
That does suck, man.
But she does have a very cute Nezuko box uh, of random things, so that hopefully will make it better.
That's cool. I'm actually looking to see what they have right now, Pokemon wise, on the Switch, and there's a lot. Like I wouldn't even know where to start. Trying to get back into the games and play them. There's like 2,000 games. It's like, what would you even play?
So
Pick
many
one and play.
so many games, and there's so little time to play them.
Yeah.
Very true.
Like I don't want to go back a while, and I don't know how far Pokemon goes back on Switch.
It started with Sword and Shield.
Okay. God, that game is still really expensive.
Yeah.
Holy crap. I was hoping they would have like some of the classic games, you know what I mean?
Well, they have Hey You, Pikachu and Eevee. I mean, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Okay.
And that's supposed to be based off of the Gen 1 Pokemon. And then they have the Brilliant Diamond and Pearl and Diamond, the remasters of those.
Oh.
Oh,
I didn't. Oh, that's what that. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have the Game Pass or whatever they have with Switch. I've got that as well.
Yeah.
I just don't know what's actually on it. I don't even know what comes on it.
Yeah. And they also have. There's also the Legends of Arceus. That one. That one's the spin-off of the timeline between BDSP.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, because they had the Pokemon from that generation into this Hisuian region.
Okay.
And,
that's cool.
But yeah, the game is awesome. The game is really awesome.
Here I am.
As soon as I got Arceus, I'm going to be porting him over to to Violet and Scarlet.
Nice. I'm trying to figure out how I can look what games I own digitally for Nintendo without having to turn on my Switch.
I have Splatoon 2. I have to get. I want to get Splatoon 3. I have Cuphead. I have the Angry Video Game Nerd video game. I have Gunman Clive.
Is there a way to look up your account online to see what I own some like cartridges and some games too that I can look
Yeah.
at, but like I know I own
Yeah, it's
some
under. It
digitally.
should be under the My Nintendo website.
My Nintendo. Okay, I'm there now. Where do I go? I literally cannot figure
They
it
should
out.
have like a collection of your games that you have
They don't.
that you registered. As long as you registered.
I registered them all. And wait, hold on. There is a menu.
Yay.
Nope, it just tells me about what points are. That's all this does.
Oh, okay.
It's very confusing. But I definitely
And
own
they also say what was the most like the most times you accumulated in the games. Last year, at the end of last year, they have a year-end review, and the most I've done was Legend of Zelda, the Tears of the Kingdom. I've been playing that game I'm still playing that game nonstop.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of points apparently. So that's confusing, man.
Use them.
I don't know what to use
Yes.
them on. I got gold coins,
You
silver
can get
coins.
stickers.
You can get stickers. You can get money off games. Heck, I've been able to buy entire games with mine.
Yeah.
That would be great if I could figure out what games I already own. Because I really have no idea. That's how little I've used Switch at all.
Yeah.
Not because it's not fun, because it totally is. It's just been time, pretty much.
Yeah.
I wonder if they've updated the online since I got it, because I got the thing that lets you play like online play NES and Super NES and Game Boy stuff online.
Yeah, they just recently came out with some new with some games on there for the SNES.
But no, I don't see any Pokemon.
But they're like Japanese imports, from the Super Famicom.
Oh yeah. I was hoping they would put some Pokemon games on here, and I'm like,
They have the Pokemon Trader trading card game, and then they have Pokemon Coliseum 1 and 2.
Oh, Stadium. Yeah, I see Stadium 1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it! I wanted some old school Game Boy Pokemon. That's what I want.
They have simulators
yeah.
on there.
Yeah.
Really? On here?
Yeah,
You'll have to
we have
teach
the
me about that
simulator
afterwards.
thing. Yeah, because there's a bunch of older games on there. I don't know about Pokemon, but there's a bunch of older games that we've been able, like the Aladdin game.
Oh yeah, I
and
see
some
that
others.
in the list.
But I don't know about Pokemon.
Because I
I'm
mean,
still
if you
learning.
do the monthly thing, you get the classic game pack or whatever.
Yeah.
It comes with a bunch of stuff in classic games, and I see a bunch of them in here.
We do the yearly one,
Yeah,
and
same.
we can get the whole bunch of them.
That's what we do too. But it's like there's a lot of NES games. There's a decent selection of Super Nintendo, and then Game Boy 64 and Game Boy Advance have almost very little. And I got the one that does Sega also.
Oh, brutal.
So apparently
I have to get the N64 controller so I can play GoldenEye.
Oh, it is so
Fucking
totally
GoldenEye was
worth it.
awesome.
But because I tried playing it with the Pro controller when it came out, because I was like super stoked that they were bringing that back, and for the N64 online, and I was like, yes. And then with the online play and everything, it's just like even a lot crazier. But when I went to go play it, I was like, what the hell am I doing? It's like the controls are so messed up. But when I played it for the because I also have it for they updated Rare Replay for the Xbox, and because I still own that, I'm not getting rid of that at all. And they updated it, so I was able to get it for free, and I was like, oh man. And the controls are a hell of a lot better on there.
It's very cool, man.
Yeah, I love. I played GoldenEye back in the day. I played the hell out of that game. That was like that's how LAN parties started, with that game.
Well, LAN parties for N64, yes. LAN parties have been going around for a long time on PC.
Yeah.
I
Well,
miss
like
internet
with
cafes.
home consoles, it started with home consoles. It started with Quake and and well, that was for the PC, but LAN parties was more for the first online multiplayer LAN party game for was GoldenEye, and then for the Xbox was Halo, and PlayStation. I don't know. I don't know what was for PlayStation. I think it was SOCOM. I think
it might have been. I do remember a lot of people getting into SOCOM. I never really played it, but I watched people play it a lot back then.
Yeah.
I remember honestly for PlayStation, a lot of it was fighting game tournaments started getting really big with PlayStation with like
Oh
Tekken and stuff,
yes.
like really big. Like I remember a lot of people would get
Tekken.
together just to do that. Yeah, with Tekken,
Tekken tournaments.
Yep, that got huge, man.
That was the number one game that they were using it for.
Which is amazing.
Yeah.
Played that a lot when I was younger.
I didn't play too much Tekken. I forgot which one I played. It was actually pretty good. I think it was. I don't even know. I think they're on. Yeah, they're on Tekken 8. I think it was like Tekken 5. I want to say Tekken 5.
I play a lot of story games like Gone Home and Everybody's Went to Rapture and stuff like that.
They're so much fun though, dude. I love shit like that. You gotta
I
play
I
Graveyard
love
Keeper.
the you choose your own reaction. Like Detroit and
Yeah. We were talking about
one
that
of these
earlier
where you,
with Telltale Games and Dark Pictures anthologies and all
yeah,
that stuff.
it would, and they were so easy to do because I would riff. I actually have them on my channel where I riffed a couple of them, and I got to go back and finish them off because they were actually pretty funny as hell.
Hell yeah!
And because I did first one I did was the Walking Dead Telltale game series.
I'm
I
probably
did.
gonna play
That was
through
the
all those
first one I
again.
riffed. That was the first one I riffed.
I'll
Then
go and do
Batman
all
came
those again
along and I
here
did that
soon.
one.
My favorite was Wolf Among Us. I think is what it was called.
I haven't played that one yet.
That's the best one out of all of them. Oh my god,
Yeah.
it is amazing! And they announced a sequel to it coming out soon. Since Telltale
Nice.
Games exists again now, finally,
Yeah.
because they brought it back with another Borderlands one.
I have this one Erica. I have it for the PlayStation.
Yeah. I've
And
got
you
that
can
one
use
too.
your phone. Oh, I want to riff that one so bad. I haven't had a chance to riff that one yet. But Erica is so fun.
I've definitely seen that one. It's awesome, man.
The live action reaction ones. I played a little bit of the there was one where I forgot the name of it, but it was recent. It's the most recent one. One of them was like a call girl or something like that. It was so weird, and I played a little bit of that, and I was like, okay.
Some of them
I
are
was like,
odd,
how am I
man.
supposed to riff this? It was like
One
they
of my
had like various stories.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite things though is definitely Graveyard Keeper, man. That game is so it's tongue in cheek funny. The graphics are like old, like pixel style, but they're well done and they're funny. Your best friend is
Yeah.
a talking skull that's an alcoholic. But the whole point is you're now the graveyard keeper, so you have to rebuild and beautify this graveyard along with the church in the middle. You have to hold services, but there's like secret layers underground and there's expansions. There and
Yeah.
the expansions are rip-offs of famous stuff. Like there's a Better Call Saul expansion. I forget. Actually, I'm gonna look up the name of these expansions because they're fucking funny.
Yeah.
Keeper expansions. Let's see here. The DLC is Graveyard Keeper, Stranger Sins instead of Stranger Things. You've got Game of Crones instead of Game of Thrones. Better Save Soul. is another one. And then you've got I mean and that's it. And you can also get the soundtrack and the art book with it and stuff like that. But the game is
Nice.
so cool. And I know there's a Walking Dead one too that I'm not seeing on here for some reason. I don't know if they've since yanked it or because it's all about zombies. And you can if you have it, let's see. Maybe it's Better Call Saul. I don't know. It's one of them. But I thought it was the Walking Dead one, but it could be a different name. Um, it was fucking hilarious because you find out how to make zombies, and then you
Oh,
can make them do all the work and shit for you. Like they will
Yeah.
run your Smith tables, but it's a crafting game and an RPG game and a discovery
Nice.
game and comedy, and you can cook. You can do anything with this game, and it's so fun. But at the end of the day, what matters is a very angry donkey delivers your corpses every day, and it rings the bell, and you have to. He's an asshole donkey, and he drops the body off, and you have to take it down in the basement underneath your property and embalm it and do all this crazy shit. But there's just so many little side quests and fun things to do that like every time I sit down and play that game for a while, I remember why I love it so much. It's a simple game. There's not a lot of complexity to it, but the story is so much fun and compelling, and the grind is just fun if you had a bad day and you just need to grind and not think. You can just grind
Yeah.
out all day, and you get a lot pretty quickly from grinding, especially if you got the zombies. So it makes it worth it. But it's one of the stupidest games that I enjoy. It is so just stupid and simple, but just stupidly hilarious at the same time.
I need it now.
Oh,
Now
you
that I
will.
know what it is.
I promise you that it might become one of your favorite games ever. And they have every console and PC. And it's always cheap and it's always on sale for some reason most of the time.
That is
Makes it
cool.
even better. Because they usually do a pack for. I know the base game is not that expensive, but when I got it through what was it? I can't remember what I got it through now. Oh, it was one of the free PlayStation games. I got it. It was one of the, but when it switched, and I bought all the DLC for it because I didn't have to buy the base game. And then I got 3/4 way through the game, and then the base game wasn't available as a free game anymore. So I'm like, fuck, and I didn't have the money right then to spend like the $8 or $9 or whatever it was to pick up the base game again. So I'll go back to it and beat it eventually.
Yeah.
It's worth it. And if I remember correctly, I mean, I don't know what all this company has done, but they've done a lot of different shit. That company.
Yeah.
That I'm enjoying talking about games with you guys. I am learning
Oh
new
yeah.
things, and uh, you know me, anything to do with the graveyard or cemetery, I want to know. But then again, I have been in trouble with counselors when I was younger. The school counselors, because we had way too many deaths in the family, and I didn't know what else to do about it, so I wrote about it. And apparently, if you write about death, you're automatically put on suicide watch.
Yep.
Wow.
I dealt with that as a kid too. It's fucking ridiculous, dude.
Yeah.
Teachers see signs, and to be fair, teachers do have to be worried about signs. They do need to report signs. It's just it's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's talk about something happy like leprosy. Have you had anything fall off lately?
Not today. I'll let you know when it happens because we'll throw a party.
Oh, okay, cool.
We'll throw a big old party. My parts fell off today, and well, I don't know why that sounds like a fun party to go to. The parts party. That's what we'll call it. Let's have a parts
Yes,
party.
parts party.
I don't know what else you would call that actually, other than a parts party.
I don't know. I'm weird. Sometimes Greg Howard still comes out of my mouth.
Better out than in.
Well, it's not like he ever actually stays in the grave. You know that.
This is true. This is true.
If you're wondering, Tom, my dad. Every now and then you probably hear your mom or dad something they said come out your mouth, and it's like, why?
Why did that happen?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm working on some material for this Thursday.
Hell yeah, man.
So
Ooh.
so
I
yeah,
hope I'm making Thursday
so
fun.
far the only thing I have up is the for the graphic is for the thumbnail is the the new poster for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh,
Because the new trailer dropped today, the other day, yesterday, and or today, I forgot which, but yeah, it was awesome.
I've not seen it yet, but I'm dying to. I usually don't watch trailers for things. I'm kind of against trailers. I'm anti-trailer, but like I'm gonna watch this one. If it's like Marvel based or like Star Wars or something that I kind of
Yeah.
already I know the characters, then I'll actually watch some trailers.
Did you see the trailer for Transformers 1?
No,
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
my thing is I've never been a big Transformers guy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed playing with the toys when I was a kid. I didn't own any of them. Other friends did. I enjoyed playing with the toys when I was a kid, but like I just never got super into it like a lot of my friends did. I'll watch the movies, and when that one comes out, I'll watch it. But like,
Yeah. Well, this one's is all animated,
oh, okay.
and
okay.
so which is good because no Michael Bay.
I don't necessarily
So
think Michael Bay was the problem, to be honest with you. Like,
I don't think so either because
I even like his. Go ahead.
because after looking at those Transformer movies, the live action ones, and and you see like tons of disasters and explosions. I mean, kind of look at it and you go, you know what? After looking all that, if there was an actual, if if these robots were here in real life and going after the fighting in these big giants in these big cities like New York or Chicago or whatever, that's what you would expect for this stuff to happen.
Right. I mean, there
And
were
it's
lots of
like,
explosions in the cartoon. A ton of them.
yeah. And but but the difference between the cartoon and the live action is that they never really, the cartoons, they were always more out in the open, so that there was no buildings involved, hardly any buildings involved and everything like that. But here in the live action movies, I mean, yeah, you gotta have more of an impact, because if you fight in the open, it's just going to seem boring. So yeah, a bunch of giant robots, paying homage to the kaiju monsters of the old and everything. Just destroying buildings and fighting and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, with the explosions and everything, yeah, that's pretty much what would happen in real life. So if an actual robot apocalypse was like that.
Nice.
And that's the type of world I would be living in fear, if I saw like giant robots beating the shit out of each other. I mean, and then Michael Bay sitting in the corner. I said, "Yeah, see, I told you stuff like that would happen. It's not my fault, is it?"
Hell yeah.
I just can't wait until they actually do Unicron. I mean, they started doing that in Rise of the Beast, or Rise of the Beast. It just looks so, that movie was so awesome. And but I can't wait until they actually, we see more of Unicron in the next one, because that's gonna look awesome.
Oh yeah, it's awesome, man. I know I was really excited about CinemaCon and all the new movies they've been talking about lately.
Yeah.
There's so much to unpack there with all the different shit coming out, man. Like so many good horror movies on the way out. Like so much shit. Just an unbelievable level of shit coming out. And then the updates to Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Excited about that as well.
My kid is.
And I just heard recently that the streaming for the streaming rights for Godzilla -1, it's going to be on Amazon.
Oh,
nice.
Brutal.
I think it's going to come out May. It's going to come out early May.
Oh, cool. Thank you. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
We are a big Godzilla household. I think we either own or have watched every single one multiple times.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool.
How about the 98 version that we don't talk about?
I pretend that one doesn't exist, to be honest. And the thing is, listen, I enjoyed the movie as its own thing, but as a hardcore Godzilla fan, I also didn't like the movie.
Yeah, I didn't like the movie either, but it was funny to see him get his ass whooped like bad in Final Wars.
Yeah.
Where like
Every time I think about Godzilla, I think about the Godzilla NES creepypasta, where the guy gets an older copy of the Godzilla game for NES, and he plays through it, and it tries to take over his life and do all kinds of crazy shit to him. And
yeah,
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that again. It's like a couple hours long, I think, but it's fucking worth a listen to.
When you do that, please send it to me so I can share it with Martha and Josh.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
I'll grab you a link.
I loved Godzilla. Godzilla was my first.
We have plushies.
My father actually put me down and said, "Here, son, put this. Here, sit down and watch this." And it's like, "What's this?" And I was like, "Just watch." And it's like, "Ooh," it's like a giant dragon lizard or something like that. I don't really know what to call Godzilla. Like, is he like a lizard or what? I didn't care, because you know what? It was just so awesome. It's like he's just destroying, just terrorizing everything.
Oh yeah.
And
we have Dante pretending to be Godzilla. She's like, "Mommy, can I be Godzilla now?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then he just it's so adorable.
I can't wait to see Godzilla and Kong.
The new one.
New Empire or something like that. Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
Once that hits Max, I'm gonna watch that, because that movie's the movie did so good in the box office, but not as good as Godzilla -1, because that got an Academy Award.
Yep, that's true.
For special effects, which I'm still mad at the Academy Awards for not acknowledging the highest grossing animated movie of 2023, and that's the Super Mario Brothers movie. I am so mad at that.
It was a fun movie, man. I enjoyed it.
I loved it. Jack Black was like gold in that movie.
He was. But
it was like,
he's gold in every movie.
Yeah. And like, I'm even still mad that he didn't get at least a nomination for Peaches. Apparently two songs from Barbie was better off than throwing in Peaches.
Okay, that's saddening, because it's stuck in my head.
I'm gonna be honest though, man. As good as it was, I'm Just Ken deserved it more.
Yeah.
Only because of what the song actually was and what it meant, and like just everything it stood for. I love Jack Black singing Peaches, but he was just singing a song about Peaches. I'm Just
No,
Ken
I mean a nomination. I'm Just Ken should win, but I'm just like, there should be a nomination.
Yeah, at least a nom, yeah.
But I actually saw the performance of I'm Just Ken at the Oscars, and the cameo from Slash was awesome. I mean, that was really good. And you know what interested me? After looking at at that musical number of I'm Just Ken, and with the styles that they had in the movie, because I saw the movie. The movie's awesome. I don't see why they don't do a Barbie musical on Broadway.
Honestly, they probably will.
This is like openings for that, and then I'm Just Ken could get the Tony.
Oh yeah,
I mean, think of the budget on that one.
that would be amazing.
Yeah.
That I would actually go and see. It. I never saw a Broadway play at all.
I'll see a
Never
couple of
saw a
them.
Broadway musical.
I want to.
If I can
I
give
know.
you a really
And
solid recommendation, I would highly fucking recommend Finding a Way when it travels, because it travels all the time, to watch Evil Dead the musical. It is fucking brilliant.
I want to see Beetlejuice and Back to the Future.
I want to see those as well, especially Beetlejuice, because it only came anywhere near me once, and at the time I didn't know it was going to be in the area until it was too late, and I couldn't afford it.
Because I've been hearing a lot of good things about Beetlejuice the musical.
Yeah.
A lot of good things about it.
There's
And
the way they did the Evil Dead the musical, it changes a little bit every time you see it, because some of the jokes are write-in jokes that you're supposed to like put in the script for the musical, like whatever is like the popular pop culture stuff in the moment. So every time I've seen it, there's been like little differences in like some of the dialogue and some of the stuff. But having a title song that you sing that's simply called "What the fuck was that?" is hands down the greatest thing of all time.
guess we're not going to hear that song being played at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Sadly, probably not, which is very sad because it's an amazing fucking song. Amazing song.
But it has been fun getting my big brother's reaction to the soundtrack to Beetlejuice the musical.
Nice.
They have that on Amazon Music, and yeah, I've played that a lot.
I have to check that out.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait for Beetlejuice 2 to come out.
I'm so excited,
wait.
man.
It looks like that, if they play the cards right, this can be like a really good horror film.
It won't be a horror film
Because it looks
Beetlejuice.
like it, and in some of the scenes that they showed in the trailer, it kind of does it. Like, I didn't really hear any good funny parts. It seems like they're bringing it more into a dark tone and everything. I like it. I absolutely like it. And they pretty much killed off the father from the first one. He didn't get a chance. He did not get a call back to. He did not get a invite to be in the sequel.
Yeah.
And
there were
for
reasons for
obvious
that.
reasons.
Yeah.
And
very obvious reasons.
And but yeah, so what better way to do it than to kill him off?
Yep.
But one question that puzzles me: who was that on the far end? If you saw the trailer, who was that on the far right?
There's some rumors. They didn't even release what the plot for Beetlejuice 2 was until CinemaCon, and they revealed it on stage in a conversation. And what it's about is, Lydia's daughter goes missing, and she summons Beetlejuice with the help of her mother, for him to come back and help find her. Except for the thing is, she's apparently on the other side. So a good chunk of this movie is going to be actually exploring the other side. And there was some kind of rumor about Beetlejuice's wife or something like that going around for a while. And if you really pay attention to a lot of references in one, he did have an ex. Well, someone he referred to as an ex that he talks about.
Yeah.
So what we think is that might be who was there on the end, but we're not sure.
There you go.
But
and it's funny
yeah,
on some posters that I've seen, it says Beetlejuice, which makes me to believe that maybe there's going to be a third one coming.
What I think they're doing is they're gonna secretly do two, like film them both together. Like maybe they've been working on it because they've been working on these things for so long, and this one for
Yeah.
so long, had so many ideas. I think it's going to turn into a trilogy and be done. That's what I think.
Yeah. Which one makes sense because Beetlejuice, and is he coming?
Yep.
Yeah,
I think that would be the perfect way to do
it's
it.
showtime.
Because I mean, the original sequel was Beetlejuice and the Big Kahuna. I know because I actually had the signed script, even though the movie didn't get made. And
Nice.
they took the elements that they couldn't use because they didn't make the movie, and some of the elements they ended up not using in the first movie became the Beetlejuice cartoon.
I love that. The cartoon was awesome.
Fuck yeah! I'd say I'm an equal amount cartoon and live action Beetlejuice when I do my Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
I do a lot of lines from both. Sometimes I will wear surf shorts and go out there. The whole rest of the normal costume, the same top, the same everything up here, but from the waist down, I'm in board shorts. Just once in a blue moon. Just to
I
fuck with
hope
people.
he says nice fucking model in the sequel.
Fucking model. Man, the second year I played Beetlejuice, I constructed a model of a graveyard out of like crappy fake tombstones, astroturf roll that we had laying around, and the queue line. So I would literally be doing my whole thing like, come on down, like, getting into it. And then I'm like, come over here, check out my graveyard. We'd go over there and I'd just fucking haul off
Nice.
and kick I'd kick a headstone like halfway through the queue line, just over people's heads, like, nice fucking model, and just walk away from it.
Oh,
It's really easy
one
to get out
day.
of hand, though, when you're playing Beetlejuice. It's super easy to get out of hand.
Yeah.
Yes. One day I'm gonna make it to your haunt, and one day I'm gonna make it to Connecticut, and I'm gonna meet you and Jody and Raz. It will be amazing.
Yeah, they got
That is
we got this horror convention coming up in September.
Yeah.
And they got Pinhead. They got the original Pinhead
Ooh.
actor coming back.
Congrats.
RoboCop, the actor who played the original RoboCop, is going to be there. Candyman, got that actor's name. The
Tony
original.
Todd.
Yeah. And I forgot who else, but yeah, it's good. I went there one time, and it was awesome. Mainly because I wanted to see one of my old buddies that I haven't seen in a long time. He's not with us anymore, and but yeah, he did some independent films in Waterbury and everything, and some B movies. One of them was Galactic Gigolo, and the other one was one of the signed copies that that I got that he autographed. Psychos in Love. It's a really good one. It's a really good one, and so yeah, I gotta pay tribute to him again this year and everything, because it's been a while since he passed away and everything, and it was an old friend of mine because one of my old cable access colleagues, and that's where I met him when because he did a show. His name is Carmen Capibianco, and he's a really cool guy, and he had a cable access show too, and that's how I met him through there, and he actually had his own video store too, so which was also really cool. So yeah, he was well known in Waterbury.
Oh yeah, man.
that is so cool.
And yeah, and I missed him. I miss him deeply. When I found out that he passed away, I was like, what the hell? And
I know that feeling.
so, yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, guys, we're coming up on that 3-hour mark.
Yes, we are.
Slowly but surely.
Yes, sir.
One
We had a
other
great time
question.
tonight, though. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
What is your favorite dessert?
My favorite. Yeah. My favorite dessert. I have so many. I would have to say chocolate cream pie.
Ooh. Kroger's has this bar cake that has like layers of like chocolate ganache and vanilla cake and chocolate cake and drizzles of white chocolate. I think I'd say that.
Nice.
Okay, now you can do the sign off thing.
Well, guys, thanks for staying crazy with us over here at the Padded Cell. We really appreciate you. Tom Dog, where can we find you?
Very easily. I'm on YouTube under Tom Arcade 69, and this Thursday I got some pretty good stuff. One of them is going to be my reaction to Deadpool and Wolverine, and so yeah, some other topics that that's going to pop up, and I never know what's going to happen. But overall, it's going to be nothing but tomfoolery, and then Saturday I got some more wrestling news and fun stuff and everything, and a rematch between Tom Dog and Logan Paul, who I changed his rank on there. I forgot to mention that too when we were talking about the game. I changed his rank to his rifle rank at rank 30. So he is rank 30, lowest rank on there. So I pretty much made Logan Paul into a jobber. And so yeah, right now I am undefeated against Logan Paul. So
Nice.
so I don't know what type of match I'm gonna give out this week, but I don't know. I haven't debated yet. But we shall see. But yeah, but there's only one way you can do that to find all this crazy fun stuff that I'm going to be doing on my channel, and that is one thing and one thing only, to support small streamers like myself, and that is face hug that subscribe button.
Oh yeah. Jenny, where can we find you?
I'm at the Owlite Network. We are part of the Dorking now, so everybody now knows how big of a dork I am. You can find me at Fake Horror, and you can find me at my page, Friday with the Library in the Blue Box, and my author page, Jennifer Elliott. And we'll find out Wednesday which of the authors, or if I do get the two I really want to join me, Wednesday.
Nice.
And I'll post up about that then, because I'm really excited if I do get both, because I know one is a definite, but both would be amazing.
Nice. And you can find me always at your mom's house. She makes fantastic pancakes that I really enjoy. Just open your bedroom door and say hi once in a while. And yes, Jenny, have shovel will travel. Don't worry, got you covered. Other than that, you can find me at rastyslasher.com. If you link up with me on any social medias, you're probably actually talking to Jenny, who does a fantastic Raz impression.
Mwah. Thank you.
Otherwise, guys, again, thanks for joining us. Also, thanks to Jody, John, Jessica, and Amina, who joined us here and there for a little while. We appreciate you guys and love you guys very much as well. All right, get the fuck out. See you guys later.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Wait, Tom.